paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderous scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weirdo woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot belly goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
Woo! Good afternoon, friends. Happy Sunday afternoon. Man, like sometimes I go live. Sometimes I go live and then I just think about what I'm about to talk about and then I just laugh. Seriously. This shit is so gay, dude. It's so stupid. For fuck's sake, man. Like, all right. So let me bring you guys up to speed here a little bit. Before I do that, let's just shoot the shit a little bit. Why not? I just finished Boardwalk Empire, bro. Yo, I had no idea how fucking good that show was, dude. Like, that shit's so good. Like, I love shit based on history. You know what I mean? And like, I didn't realize that all of these gangsters from back in the day all like interacted with each other. You know, like I didn't know that. Like I was familiar to some degree with Al Capone, to some degree with Lucky Luciano, to some degree with Meyer Lansky, and the man, it was so good, dude. Because it was just like there wasn't a lot of it wasn't completely accurate. Of course, whenever they make these things, especially if you're going to make a series, like a 5-season series, it's going to have a lot of dramatics to it. It's going to have things that are not, you know, historically accurate. Like Nucky Thompson is actually based on a guy named Nucky Johnson. And Nucky Johnson, like spoiler alert, Boardwalk Empire, like the show ends with Nucky getting killed, but Nucky Johnson, the real guy, like lived to be like, I don't even know how old, but he lived until like 1968. And like this dude got like killed like in like 1931 or something. You know what? And I would never block you either. Okay. Never. But yeah, it was like it was such a good show, and there were these fictional characters that I just fucking loved. Like the dude from The Wire, I forget the actor's name, but he played Chalky White. So good. Like everything was like, it was so well acted. Dialogue was hilarious. And there was one dude that I just didn't understand why it took so long for him to get killed. Like even in like the second season, like somebody even tells him like, how the fuck are you not dead yet, dude? Like, because everyone hates this guy. And like, you're like, what the fuck? But mostly I just really dug the story, and I dug, and there was, you know, whenever there's characters that like you're watching a show, like whenever there's a show, you're watching it and you're like, man, I want this person to do really well. I hope they're doing well. And then there's other people, you're just like, I hope this person fucking dies. Like, like there was a woman on that show that lasted the whole show, and I was mad because I wanted her dead by the second season. But yeah, man. But it was really good. I don't now I'm in that place of limbo where I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to watch again. Maybe I need to stop watching shit and do more live streams. How about that? Maybe I need to do that. But anyway, I imagine that you guys are not all here for my stunning good looks and charming personality. Geez, I can't even say that without laughing. But we're apparently so the other day, Jess Machado did a live stream. I caught the beginning of it, then I fell asleep, not just because I just fall asleep. Like I think I'm getting a lessy sleeping hours. Like I'm hardly ever sleeping now, and I'm taking these little 2-hour increment naps everywhere. It's really weird. I don't know if it's healthy or not. But whatever, that's what has been happening to me lately. And that happened in the middle of Jess's stream, and then someone texted me about it or something, or DM'd me, I can't remember. And then I ended up you have to, sorry guys, I'm having a delivery made, and the place is going to close at a certain point. By the time I get done with this place is going to be closed because it's Sunday, so I had to order it now. So I'm going to have to step away at some point for a minute. I apologize for that in advance. But Jess Machado, the wonderful Jess Machado, she did a live stream the other day, and when I had fallen asleep, and then when I woke up, somebody DM'd me or texted me, I can't remember, and then they told me about it, and then I just kind of watched it and wanted to see where this was and make my own judgment of it. And it really wasn't that bad, supposedly. So, and what I'll do is I'll go over it real quick. I'll go over that. And you guys can did you say scripted? Scripted, dude. I don't even what? You must be new. So you guys can make your own judgment here, because I'm just gonna go over it because it's just very funny to me. What this turned into, what this morphed into. And all right.
MB felt like people had to ask I don't think a source will ever trust. Oh, who is this? The same person that say so I have a lot of sources, and they do trust me. I never reveal a source.
Now, before I continue, stop what you're doing and go give the wonderful Jess Machado a like, the video that I'm going over right now, and subscribe to it. Okay? Subscribe to her channel, because I think great things are going to come from her channel very soon, and I look forward to it. I am a big supporter of Jess Machado. I always have been, and I'm just excited that she has joined the YouTube community, and I hope that she continues it.
We have a troll in the comment section. That's great. It's going fast. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Okay, let me
it's wild. Yeah, I don't reveal my sources. I have a little bit of an issue right now with the sheer number of contacts, emails, and my message me and say all these things.
I could have sworn I was in the right spot,
and I don't know. I've looked up and dig on and so oh yeah, that way. It's very hard with all these sources. Also, because X is essentially have and the number one reason I agreed is I didn't understand how
I
these
was
things
past
work.
it. That's what happened.
What I did notice is that Brian would give
I want to get to the beginning of this
podcast right now, and they sent me the link, and I clicked, and I think Brian it's a little bit of apprehension because it's like a business, and if I fail and blah blah blah. So, but I had to do it. So anyway, we're legit. We made a business. We've done all these things, and now I recognize there's all these little like weird revenue streams that pop up. Like I'm monetized through X. I'm now monetized through here. There's ads. There's my Substack. There's I do some freelance writing, and so there's all these little revenue streams. Until those things are substantial, I need my advertisers. They allow me to pay my bills and pay my phone bill and be able to not go and get a real job so I can do this full time. I'd like to come to a point where I don't need my advertisers, and I adore them and love them, but I feel like all these little revenue streams will eventually add up to just enough. I'm not out here to make a lot of
money. All right. Listen, I appreciate the concern, but I really don't drink energy drinks unless I'm live. It's the only time I do it. And I'm only drinking those instead of coffee because it's so hot.
Just enough to get Erin to quit her job so she can do this full time. That's it. That's all we want. And a trip. We'd like to go to Fort Lauderdale again. That's it. Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I love how people try to shit on people like Jess or people even like me who, I mean, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like, how is this not considered honest and honest living? I'm not gonna go so far as to and be delusional and call it work. I'm not gonna do that because for me it's not. I've ensured that it doesn't have to be. So I'm not gonna call it work, but it's a living, it's an honest living. You know what I'm saying? When I come up here, what you see is what you get. I have set it up that way, and I've worked hard to just kind of shape my whole shit that way so that you know exactly pretty much what to expect when you come up here. So yeah, you know what I mean? And the thing is like after this, I had messaged Jess and asked her to call me, and we talked for a little while because I saw, and I'll discuss this. I saw how things that she said might be taken by the community, might be taken, you know what I mean? Might be interpreted by the community a certain way. And I was just, it was a friendly call because I was like, I really love your channel and I just want to see, you know, it's different, you know, the YouTube community with the chat and everything. It's just way different than what you're probably used to. And I want to see this happen. And if I overstepped, I apologize. But I was really just coming from a place where I was just trying to be super helpful because I love her channel and I love her content and I love her insight. And I want to see her channel grow. And those of you guys who know me for a while, you know that I am nothing but supportive of other channels as long as they're not doing dirty, fucked up shit. You know, I will always support other channels. Like I take pride in my sense of community when it comes to this community. I always have. And anybody who's followed me for a long time knows that you can't deny that. So, you know, but there are certain things that I do. I word things a certain way, and because make no mistake, this is a creation. This is why we're content creators, because we have to sort of steer shit a certain way and make sure that word things a certain way so that you guys on a mass level don't take it the wrong way and trolls don't twist it and blah blah blah, you know, all that kind of shit. So there's a certain art to this, and it takes a while to actually kind of get the hang of it, you know. And so I was looking at it from a perspective of this was her third live stream, and I've been doing this for like 6 years, dude. You know, so I was like, I really like Jess. I want to, you know, reach out to her and, you know, give her my thoughts, you know, and she was really cool about it, and we had a nice conversation, and it was awesome. But I was definitely not coming from a place of, you know, don't speak your mind. You know, like I was definitely not doing that. So but she was yeah, she was great. She's great. Oh, look, Broken Baker. Hold on a second, man. Let me hook my man up. She was great. Like there was nothing wrong with it. My only concern was like, ooh, you know, she's fresh on YouTube and her chat's still feeling her out. So I don't want her to get fucked over simply because she just, you know, didn't word something the way that would satisfy the whole world. You know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Jess. That means a lot. So let's continue this here.
Yeah, go in the pool. No bunny ears for this next segment. We okay? All right. So let's get into some tea with Brian LTL. So, just so you know, Brian does not know I'm going to be talking what I'm going to be talking about. He did text me. I did not respond. I feel it's important to clear the air. So let's go back to last year. I am covering the Karen retrial, as some of you may know, not as well known as I am now. And Brian LTL, I will, the way I learned about Brian was I wrote my article about Turtle Boy when he was in jail. And so I had this interview with him. It was the first interview with Aiden while he was incarcerated. I don't know if incarcerated is the right, when he was in jail, being held on his 60 days. I did this interview with him.
Now, hold on there, Jess. Hold on there, Jess. Well, no, that works. Because what I do is not considered journalism. Like, I don't interview. But I was just going to brag at the fact that, like, Aiden called this show while he was in jail. And the community got to hear from him. And everyone was really, really excited. And I felt really blessed that I got to do that here. But yeah, like, but I'm just being stupid and silly. Jess has been a Turtle Boy supporter for the same reasons that at least I have been, and most of you have been, is because she knows that what's happening to Aiden is wrong. Has always known what's happening to Aiden is wrong. And she was publishing stories, and she was right. She is a journalist. I am not a journalist. I'm a guy who gets up here and talks. That's it. That's all I do. You guys just happen to find it entertaining.
Fall River Reporter published it. And I didn't know anybody at the time other than Aiden from him writing a story about me, but through talking to him through his attorney, Tim Bradle. And so someone messaged me and said, there's a guy and he's reading your interview with Turtle Boy on his podcast right now. And they sent me the link and I clicked, and I think Brian was streaming out of his home at the time, and he was sick, and he was like reading through my article, and that was a big deal to me. Nobody outside of this area had been like looking at my work, and I started to get some people commenting, and very moderate followers. I didn't get anything crazy, but that's how I have a hair that's like itching my nose. That's the first interaction I had with him. And then I started covering the Karen retrial the following year. So trial 1, and Brian reached out to me and asked me if I would be a guest on his show. And I said, yes. And then he would ask me more frequently. And I didn't really know who the content creators were. There's now obviously a huge community, but in trial 1, I was still kind of navigating my way through it. So I did some shows with Brian, and then prior to coming on the next.
See, this is an example of what Aiden was talking about yesterday. Okay, let me address that real quick. I got nowhere to go. We're gonna hang out. So, and if you knew like in detail how pathetic that was today, then you would. But yeah, thank you so much, my golden girls. Appreciate that. But we're gonna hang out because
prior to coming on the next.
Okay, so because I lost my train of thought there. So yeah, there was a large community like developed, but oh wait, what happened was I was going to comment on a comment that happened there. Robin G, thank you. Holy shit, 15 months. Thanks. Well, thank you, Robin G. Appreciate that. So I find all this tacky, this person says. Well, like, first off, if you don't like it, what the fuck are you doing here? Seriously. Like, This is what Aiden was addressing yesterday, you know, when he was saying everyone likes drama. Now, I wouldn't have worded it like that because it's a little more, and I in my opinion, it's a little bit more complicated than that. I think that people like drama when it's happening between a creator they like and a creator they don't like, or they like drama when it's between two creators they don't like. But you're gonna fucking watch it if it's two creators you do like. You're gonna watch it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, if you are, you sound stupid in someone's chat going, oh my god, this makes me so uncomfortable. Why are you guys doing that? Just can everybody please get along? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, because I'm not listening to you. I'm gonna get up here just like Jess did, and I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want about whatever the fuck I want. And you can either watch it or don't. That is the entire fucking philosophy behind this channel. There is absolutely no shame in fucking off. None. It's perfectly okay. Seriously. But don't sit here and act like, you know, this makes you so fucking uncomfortable, and then you're in here fucking commenting. Shut the fuck up.
Trial, Brian had reached out to me and asked if I would do a weekly segment with him. And I was a year later. I had learned.
Okay. This correction needs to be corrected on my end as well. It's only fair.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat.
How dare you?
My golden girls, thank you so much. I so didn't mean to send $1.99. How much, if that, did you get? Yeah, thank you. I mean, dude, if you guys send me 50 cents, man, like, I'm happy. If you guys just comment in the chat, I'm happy. Seriously. But I do love the support and I do kind of need it, but I make do with what people feel I'm worth, and whatever I end up with at the end of that month is how I manage my finances. So I'm not, you guys do like whatever you guys feel I deserve. I'm more than happy and grateful. I promise you.
A little bit more. And also this time around, I was not working for Fall River Reporter, and I was doing this independent thing. And I was like, okay. And he said, I'm willing to compensate you. And I said, okay. And so I thought about what he asked me, what I would want to go on his show each week. And we came up with
Now, right away, that's fucking weird. Right away, that's fucking weird. You know, like, I'm not, the only way that I'm ever offering anybody any money to be on this show is if there's somebody who's next to impossible to get. Somebody who I just like, the only scenario I can think of, because I'm also not the type to hound somebody down either. So if I just happen to be in contact with somebody who has this massive demand, you know, and they're like, well, you know, these other platforms are paying me money to be on there, and, you know, then I'd be like, oh, well, all right, you know, as long as I felt like it was worth it to me, you know what I mean? But never have I thought of offering someone money to make an appearance on this show. Never.
the number, and I agreed. And the number one reason I agreed is I didn't understand how these things work. But what I did notice is that Brian would give a portion of the money he earned during shows to the Karen Reed trial, in the defense fund. And when I would go back and see his
And that is just plain poor channel management right there. I'm going to try to keep this stream as constructive because I want to be very clear about something before I continue. It's very important now that I've got enough people packed in here. It's very important that you understand I don't have any bad feelings towards Brian LTL. I don't. I don't have any. I don't have any, ill intentions towards him at all. I actually hope that he does great. I hope his channel does great, but the thing is when somebody shows you their true fucking colors and you have been seeing their true colors for a long time, when you have been seeing this, well, then they like I said, they show it to you. Well, then, okay, now I don't have to sit here and fucking be quiet about it anymore. Now I can state my opinion. And you can take it or fucking leave it, Brian. I don't give a shit. But I'm not going to sit here. And ironically, it's really because, this was one of the things I was talking to Jess about, because I remember I had this beef with the only other person in this community I've ever had beef with was Mike Crawford. Okay. And that was on me as far as like it being a public thing and expressing my opinion about it. And, that was me. I was definitely the person who was like, you know what? Fuck this guy all publicly and shit. You know what I mean? And then I felt bad about that because there's a lot of people here who like me equally as Mike Crawford, right? And it felt shitty to put them in that position. It felt even shittier to put like the friends I've made, the mutual friends that we've made in that awkward position. I felt really guilty about that the whole time. And then when the Karen Reed verdict happened, like I was in such a spirit of community and such a spirit, like in this place spiritually, where I was like, the most amazing thing just happened because so many people, collectively believed in something and behaved a certain way to achieve this result, to help achieve this result. And I was so proud of that. And I was so moved by that. And when I thought about, I think I saw a comment from Crawford somewhere and I was like, man, this feels so stupid. And then I wrote that post squashing it. And I didn't reach out to him privately. I just took the risk and was like, I'm just going to put it out there that I don't have any fucking problem with Mike. And Mike was really cool about it. And he commented on it. And we've been cool since. And, but, the thing is like at the time, we just kind of like stayed out of each other's way. Like we were grown-ups about it. Like I didn't go around trash talking Mike to people. I don't know if he trash talked me. I don't care. It's fine. What other people say or think about me is none of my fucking business. But, I didn't go around trash talking Mike the whole time. You know what I mean? And we just we both had an understanding of the community that we were in. And we both had a very natural reaction to just kind of just be like, okay, man, you go your way and I'll go mine. You know what I mean? And that's how we did it. But be better. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the hard work it takes to host a live stream. It does not take hard work. For some people, it does. And I'm not saying because it's harder for them. I'm saying it's because they put more work into it. Jess is truly a great journalist. Will, you're pure entertainment, and I fucking love it. That's awesome. Thank you. So yeah, like, but then it's just like you have that, and then you have just whiny cunts, dude. You know what I mean? And that's okay. If you're a whiny cunt, it doesn't mean that I don't like you. I just want to be very clear about that. But it doesn't change the fact that you're a whiny cunt. So I don't know how else to put that, if I'm being totally honest.
Donation, I would
Oh,
calculate.
what I
Well,
was going to talk about, I got sidetracked. What I was going to talk about in that sense was, you know, the money thing. Like that's just silly. You know, that's you're paying money to people to appear on your show, people who, if you just ask them nicely, you and work around whatever schedule they have, 9 out of 10 times they'll be like, sure, yeah, man. 9 out of 10 times that's what'll happen.
that's 25% of what he earned while he was on the air with me. He earned a lot of money when he was on the air with me. And I was like, if I'm going to be a guest all the time and I'm going to bring the views, which I was bringing the views, and I'm not saying I was the view bringer, but I understood the value of what I brought to the table. I cultivated a number, I gave it to Brian, and Brian was like, yes. And I just want to be very clear. Erin is pointing out that it wasn't the exact number that I asked. The number that he gave was a little bit less, and I agreed to it. So he said yes. I said yes. He drew up an agreement. And I just want to say upfront, he was extremely professional about it. And I have been fully compensated for the work that I did. I think he actually even gave me a little bit extra for
And that's cool, man. That's really cool. It really is. But, you know, and my hat's off to him, because he did this. He had contracts fucking drawn up, like, but the other side to that coin is, why? Why any of that? Like, it's so easy. Like this it's just an easy thing to do, dude. Like especially if you're DMing, you know, hey, I'd really like you to come on my show sometime. I like your stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I'd love to talk to you. And then they respond, oh, sure, man. When are you thinking? My response is usually my schedule is pretty open, because usually if I want to have somebody on here, 9 out of 10 times, it's either a lawyer or a content creator with a day job, you know? So I'm like, you know, your time is way more valuable than mine. You let me know when you can do it and I will make it happen, you know? And that's it. That's 9 out of 10 times. That's how these conversations go, and they go in writing, and that's all you need. Nobody's talking about money. You know, it's nobody's talking about money. You know what I mean? You just, you put, at least what I do is I do the best I can out here and hope for the best. That's all I do. You know, like, I just feel grateful that I get to do this. And like, I don't know anyone else in my personal life who gets to do what I do. I don't know anyone else. So I don't squander it, and I don't take it for granted, and I sure as fuck don't feel entitled to anything for it.
week or what have you, or like a show after the fact, or I'm not really sure, but I think neither one of us could complain about the professional agreement that we had. And so that was pretty much that. Then the trial ends, and as you know, I had been thinking about starting my own show. Now I've fangirled over all of these creators. I like Maza Media. I like The Glare. I like Mike Crawford. I like Aiden. I like LTL. I like all of these guys. I will share their work and their stuff, especially when I'm on their shows or they invite me on. By the way, just for full transparency, many people ask me to be on their shows. I would do a one show for free for anybody. And then if it were going to be a reoccurring thing, I was very clear that I would need to be compensated. I fumbled one and I'll openly admit it. Who is that guy? People will know. Is it Runkle? Do you know who that is?
Yeah, Runkle on the Bailey, Runks, as I like to call him. So a lot of people took this like, what the fuck? Who the fuck does she think she is? Well, the fact is that she's a published journalist. This is published journalist talk, not YouTuber talk. This is her third live stream. She doesn't really get how this whole thing works yet. You know, like she's getting it, and it takes a while for most people. Like the only person that I saw get it right away was Annie Elise, but that's because Annie Elise isn't fucking human. That's because Annie Elise is a fucking machine. That's the only reason. And she had a radio show. She was a radio personality. So when a radio personality, there's no reason. She has a brand. Her name is a brand, and therefore it is not weird or greedy or even uncommon for a radio personality to set a price for their time to make an appearance. So there's nothing wrong with that, you know, and it's one of those things. If you don't think she's worth it, don't fucking pay it, you know? So what? So, all right, I'm getting rid of this person because yeah, you're not going to disrespect Jess like that in my chat. You're just not going to do that. Now, I mean, you can have opinions, but when you get, you know, mean and disgusting and just plain nasty, it's, yeah, I'm not going to tolerate that. But she's a radio personality, dude. Like it's not weird, and it's not even greedy for her to feel like her name is, there's a standard that comes with her name. If you want her insight and her voice, and you know, if you want that appearance and she feels like she's worth a certain amount, either pay it or don't. But it's nothing wrong with her feeling that she's worth that much. There's nothing wrong with that.
Targaryen? What's that? Game of Thrones guy? I don't know who that is. You guys will know who it is. It's the Runkle of the Rumble of the what? I don't know what it's called. I was in court covering Karen Reed, and he messaged me and he was like, would you like to come on the show? And I did. Ian Runkle, thank you. And I don't know who he is, right? But I sent it to the group chat and I was like, this guy's asking me to go on the show. I didn't know who he was. I went and looked at his YouTube, and he has like, I don't know, he's got like hundreds of thousands of
it's just different. But if you're becoming a YouTuber, like, and if you have a new project for your brand, I personally have the opinion, and that's the unspoken, that's the thing. In the YouTube community, there's this unspoken understanding. Nobody really talks about it because the situation almost never comes up. But there's an unspoken understanding that when someone invites you on their show to panel up with them for either an interview or just a fun conversation, there's an understanding that, like, for me, it's an understanding that, oh, okay, well, that's a chance to build an audience. That's a whole crowd of people over there that's probably never even heard of me. And they're going to drop my channel links in the chat, and I'm going to get some new subscribers. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's a perfectly fine thing to, you know. But when you don't, what I'm saying is it's perfectly fine when you don't, when you're fresh to YouTube and things work differently where it is customary to charge for your insight and time to make an appearance. It's just different with YouTube, because YouTube is just like, people are just trying to build their channels. You know what I mean? So one hand kind of washes the other, and it's just this unspoken thing that everybody kind of has, you know, and then you exchange, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like I'll like, you'll see me and Melanie Little do that quite a bit, where I'll go on Melanie Little's, she'll make a whole bunch of money, and then I'll have her on my show, and then I won't have as many people watching me, but I'll still do very well for the following that I have. And it's just an understanding that we have, that everyone seems to have, you know, like how, you know, like, how am I going to look if I'm going on Turtle Boy's channel and then I'm like, yo, man, you got a shit ton of fucking turtle chats, dude. Like, don't you think I should be getting some of that? You know what I mean? Like, how am I going to look if I do that? You know, like, but the thing is, if I were, let's say, Ben Affleck, and I said, hey, man, like, you know, it's an agent thing and it's a studio thing, and I got to charge, like, you know, you got to go through my manager, and you got to go through my, you got to go through these channels to do this, you know, then that's up to Turtle Boy whether he feels it's worth it for his content or not. You know what I mean? So, but it's different, you know. But when we're all YouTube creators, it's kind of like an unspoken thing. This is her third live stream. She wasn't aware of that.
Followers, and I was like, oh, this is a big show, and I was like, I will need to be compensated for this. And I said, I do have an appearance fee, and I know some people are,
and she's only doing the most American thing that you can do, which is seize opportunity. You know, she's not being an asshole about it. She's seeing starting a YouTube channel as an opportunity. And she's going, okay, well, look at the money they're making, and I'm making an appearance. You know what I'm saying? It's like, a lot of times, you know, if there are bands playing bills together, depending on how big the band is, both bands get paid. Sometimes the headlining band will pay the opening band, right? But when it's a band that was at my level, it was, oh man, like, the more bands that we get on the bill, the more chances we're going to get people to come in, and then we just split what we get at the door. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it was just, you know, don't pay us. We want the exposure. Like, I didn't give a fuck if we got paid for playing with Poison the Well. I didn't give a fuck if we got paid for playing with Torch. I didn't care, because I was like, that's more people that are going to hear us. But the thing is, you know, we were no Torch and no Poison the Well. But the fact is that it was a cool thing to get to do, first of all, but most of all, it was like, I saw it, at least. I can't speak for all the members of my band, but I saw it as opportunity for exposure. You see what I'm saying?
going to say, hi, Maza. I know some people are going to say, I'm going to get to this in a second, but like, I decided I needed an appearance fee, and I said what it was for the hour. And he said, you know what? I'm going to think about that. Maybe as the trial goes on, I'll reserve that for another time when there's like the verdict or whatever. And he did not message me back. And so I think maybe in that instance, I looked at him and his numbers, and I thought I should be compensated for this, because he's probably making a lot of money off of this. And I never heard back from him. And so I fumbled that. And I should have stuck with my rule of thumb, which was I will do one show for free. I did a podcast with a girl, and she's probably on here. I know she follows me. It was terrible. It was bad for my brand, because I could barely get through the conversation. And she asked me on air if I would come back, and I was like, sure. And I was like, never again.
And you also have to understand, people, she's not just promoting a YouTube channel. She's using the YouTube channel to promote herself. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do that.
So I always felt like a 1 would be great and be sufficient. But with Brian, he's very structured.
The best part about everything that I'm explaining to you guys is this is the best part. Okay. And I want you to really I need you guys to be engaged for this. Okay. You don't have to fucking like it. Nobody's saying you do. Again, there's no shame in fucking off. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like what her methods are. You don't have to. Nobody's, she's not up here bitching about it.
He has a whole thing. He does a lot of work. He gets all of these things going. He's got the thumbnail clips. Everything is just perfect and very well done. And I appreciated that. And so the partnership was great. And I also feel that, I wasn't making any money off of what I did. And I don't know how else to say it. It's just minimal money, minimal things. It's not enough to live off of. And all of these guys were way ahead of me, and they were all.
No, and I have offered, many times after a stream is over, I'll be like, hey, do you want, I did really well tonight. Do you want something for your time? And literally 100% of the time I've been told no. They're like, no, man, but I'll still offer it when it's over. You know what I mean? But I don't do it every time either. I thought y'all often paid each other to go on YouTube shows. This is why I was reading this in my head. And that's kind of my answer, what I just said here. This is America. Know your worth. Also, hello, Glare. Hello, KDD. Appreciate it. And I feel for Brian too. And I'm going to get to that.
All making money. Mike,
we're going to be here for a while, folks.
Crawford makes money. They make money off of what they do. And I felt I needed to protect myself and find ways to earn money from my talent of talking and bringing my perspective. If you didn't want it, then don't pay for it. And I don't want to be like a boss babe here with this, but
yeah,
I don't know. It was my thought, and I don't regret it. Anyway.
Good for you.
Just don't ever compromise. TV should also request to be reimbursed for his appearance as well. No one works for free. I've said that about Aiden, and I'll bring it up another time. But I think he can make his own decisions. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a bad thing, but I was just very protective over my brand. Anyway, no issues or no problems. Here's where the problem happened, and maybe it's
and for those of you who love to hate. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing people saying things about Jess, and I'm just like, okay, not necessarily mean things, but things that I don't agree with. But here's the thing is okay, well, what the fuck are you doing here then? What the fuck are you doing here? But here's the thing is you're welcome. You're welcome here. But just know that I have no fucking respect for you. Just know that I don't. Because I don't relate, and I can't sit here and act like it's perfectly normal to me that you're sitting here watching something and complaining about it when you could just fuck off. It's just weird to me that so many people do this. But you're welcome here. But just know I'm going to marvel at you for being fucking just completely self-oblivious.
Being dramatic or girly, or I don't even know how to say it, but the only person that I called the day that I got is so self-important a dig at me, or is that, I don't know what that means. Anyway, so the only person that I called outside of like my friends or family the day I got the keys to the studio was Brian. I called him right away, and there's two reasons why I called him. The first reason is that I understand Brian to be very competitive and also cares very much about the other creators around him, whether he works in conjunction with them or does not interact with them. I know Brian cares very much about the competition in the
Dude, like the more you idiots fucking say stop defending her, I'm gonna defend her. Even it just makes me want to defend her more, like to an annoying level. Like that's what it makes me want to do. It makes me want to just get to like just totally like overdo it, just really lay it on real thick, just to annoy the fuck out of you. It's just my natural instinct to go that route.
small industry we have of Karen Reed or post Karen Reed life. And I know he cares about that. I know that because I worked with him and he would talk about it frequently. And so I don't pay attention to what my other people do in that respect. I don't care. My competition is with myself. And for your loyalty and views, I don't compare. And Erin will testify to that. It's almost maybe to my detriment. I don't care and I don't pay attention. I very rarely watch other shows unless you're talking about me. I don't watch your shows unless I'm on them and it's a replay. It's not because I don't think it's interesting or you're not good
I
at your
love
job.
her honesty there, because honestly, man, you know, like I'll show up to people's chats, but 8 out of 10 times, like I don't stick around for the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? I'll at most of the time I'll wait. If I even get around to it, I don't have the attention span for it. You know, I just want to show everyone support, you know, and I interact with people in chats, but half the time I'm not even fucking listening to the creator. Like I'm just there to interact in the chat. You know what I mean? But it's also to be supportive of the creator as well. You know, like she's being totally honest. Like, I mean, there's who the fuck has time? I don't have time, and I have time. But I can't make the time to sit around and watch YouTube live stream after YouTube live stream after YouTube. I can't do that. I can't do it.
I don't have time. And I know enough about you where if I'm agreeing to associate with you, share your stuff, or be on your show, I feel comfortable being adjacent to you. I don't obsess over it. I don't watch. I don't care. I don't compare your numbers to mine. I am
Okay,
in
see, this is the stupidity I'm talking about. Well, you yourself said everyone has a right to their own opinion, and as human beings, they are using their First Amendment rights to freedom of speech. You see me fucking hiding people? Dummy. See, this is the problem, is you dumbasses think that the First Amendment is so one-sided. You don't even know what the fuck it means. You see me hiding people? No. What I'm doing is exercising my First Amendment right to call you a fucking asshole. And the fact that you can't see that tells me all I need to know about you. Nobody's saying that you can't have your opinion. I'm just telling you that your opinion is something that I disagree with, and to some degree makes me think you're fucking retarded. Depends on the opinion.
my own realm, and who I'm competing with professionally isn't even a part of this whole thing. And I'll divulge that at another time. So I know how Brian is about these things. And in my opinion, Brian can let it get to his head. And so knowing that about him, knowing that he may consider this competition in a way, I called him. I called him leaving here. I called Erin first, I think. I called Kathy. And then I called Brian. And I wanted to tell him about it. I didn't want him, I was gonna announce it, and I didn't want him to hear it from here because I didn't want him to like get weird about it. And
oh, there's my homie right there. What's up, Nurse
I'm-
Kim?
I'm not going to say that he was like excited as
Yeah, just unless they're being real nasty, just hide them or just put them on timeout for like 24 hours. You know what I mean? I just don't want this chat too disturbed, you know. But you know, whatever. If you get, you know, I mean, people are allowed to have their opinions. Don't hide people because they have opinions. But if they're doxing or they're, you know, saying really shitty, horribly nasty, disrespectful, like Proctor level shit about Jess, you know, or really anybody, just yeah, you know, at least put them on timeout for 24 hours. But don't hide anybody unless it's like doxing or whatever. You know, let people have their opinions.
my besties were and like my people, but he was nice. He's like, that's great or whatever. And I asked him, I was like, you know, I'm
Okay.
going to need your help. Like, I need help with my studio and setting up the things. And he was like, yeah, sure. And like, he never did. And did I ask him, you know, 5 times, hey, can you come here and do this stuff? I didn't, but I thought that the conversation was clear that I was looking for some help. You guys know, I don't know the way things work. What did that say? Arising. Oh, I thought that my conversation was clear. I was looking for some help. I don't know how to do these things. There's a reason why we haven't done the sit down piece yet, because I'm still not 100% sure what I should buy and how to connect it all. There's a reason Aaron doesn't have a mic. It's because we don't know how to do it. And so I asked him about it, and he did not, he never, you know, came back around to that. And maybe I could have called and asked specifically, hey, can you come here at this time? Or, hey, what do you think about this? I didn't, but I thought that the conversation was enough. And Brian has never shared my show, not one time. He has not talked about my show
Wow.
unless I haven't seen it. And nobody, I mean, I have people that would tell
Dude,
me. I haven't.
That's YouTube guest 101, bro. Like, that's on the application to the Glare Institute of Law and stuff, bro. That's on the application. You shill the other YouTuber. You have a YouTube guest, you shill. If they have a YouTube channel, you shill their fucking channel. You blast your fucking chat with their channel. That's what you do.
I didn't feel like he was reciprocating my enthusiasm for his show for here.
Right, because his show is so fucking important. We're gonna get into all that, dude. This is gonna be fun. I just want to get through this, but I'm gonna stop this and talk. I told you this is gonna be a long stream, folks.
Now, I guess over time I've thought about it and said maybe he viewed us just as a partnership financially and like a contract. And if that's the case, I haven't invited him on here. I just started getting a lot of questions, people asking me like, where is he? Like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I just, I felt like I needed to just kind of clear the air. And I'm also going to say something else, which I know is not going to be popular with people that like Brian. And I feel it's important. The Nathan Reed interview was terrible. I hated every second of it. I did not like the questions that Brian asked. I did not like the style of the interview. I have watched it since then, and it was uncomfortable for me because it was not good. And I think Brian is really great at some things, and I just don't know if interviewing is it. And then I don't know. It was just really hard for me to be there for that. And I was so excited because I really like Nathan, and you can see at the end I kind of interjected and asked some questions. My style is very different. But I really believe in like quality over quantity. And so I just had some issues with that that interview, and that's it. And so I wanted to just kind of, somebody just said he needs a bigger studio. I just feel that there is a, Brian, that there is a constant level to one up and compete. And I don't think you need to do that. And I'm a friend, and we're peers, and we are all doing this together. And you don't have to view me or anybody else as competition. Everybody is different and has their own style. but I just felt like I needed to kind of put it out there, if that makes sense to anybody. And I know
Now, like, yeah, I'm gonna find that clip because I tried to, dude. StreamYard's pissing me off, man, because like I'm trying to put new clips, but StreamYard won't. It doesn't. It's not compatible with QuickTime, and the videos are coming out through QuickTime format, and then it gives you a link to convert it, but the link doesn't work. Like my software for some reason doesn't fucking support it, and it's like I can't do shit. But I'm strongly thinking about going back to OBS and just like cramming and getting good at it, because this is really annoying. Like StreamYard sound is shit. StreamYard just fucking sucks for the amount of money you pay to be able to like do all the shit that I do with it. Like it's pile of shit. It really is. But so yeah, the whole the whole thing with the Nathan interview, that was pretty cringe. Like we're gonna watch that in a bit. I have to find it, but yeah, it was pretty cringe.
there are a lot of people that like Brian, and I know that he did a lot for Aiden when Aiden started. And so I just felt like I needed to kind of clear the air about it. And then I wanted to also be open about the partnership and getting paid to do
And
the show.
I was gonna talk about this, but I got sidetracked. Yeah, and I know, yeah, Runkle has been defending her on Twitter all fucking day, so I don't know what the fuck you idiots are talking about. Like Runkle's been defending her on Twitter, so you guys don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. There's so many things I want to talk about. It's so funny. Like I've had to be quiet for so fucking long. And it's so annoying.
Show. I would not have done the show if I wasn't getting paid, because I understood my worth and what I brought to the table. And, I know Erin is really great with looking at the views and things. When all of our faves go on each other's.
So yeah, the whole donating and that shit, the donating during the trials and while everything was going with Karen Reed before the verdict, on one hand, it's really noble. Okay, I'm every super chat I get, blah blah blah, I'm donating so and so percentage to the Karen Reed Fund. Okay, cool. All right. So the thing is, though, like the way I've always done it is, and we get around the same views. If not, he gets more. And the way I've always done it is I've pinned, and I didn't do it this time because my focus was not on Turtle Boy today, but I would pin the Turtle Boy Defense Fund link to the top of my chat, right? The Karen Reed Defense Fund link to the top of my chat. I would do like long fundraisers. This channel, through this channel, this community has raised over $60,000 for the Karen Reed Fund. That is something that I will always be so proud of. Always, always, always. But I don't feel that if I had taken the money taken a percentage out of all the money that I made and donated that it would have even come close to that. That would have even come close to that. So in theory, it seems like, oh, I'm raising a lot of money, but what he's doing is just fucking himself out of money because he could have raised a lot more money. People here, like, you guys know what you're donating to. If you would rather donate to the cause that we're trying to raise awareness for, fucking right. Awesome. Great. And if you want to show me appreciation for doing it, awesome, great too. But this whole, I'm going to take 25%, the way where that comes from is not I'm doing something nice for Karen. The place that's coming from is I want people to see how generous I am. It's really important that everyone sees how generous I am. Not, I want to effectively raise as much money for Karen Reed and make money for myself so that I could keep this show, the doors open on this show, so I can keep the lights on. In the fucking studio I'm fucking paying for. Like, that's a whole nother thing too. Like, I don't understand that, but we're going to talk about that too. Fancy fact finder. I watch you all for the different styles you all bring. No need to tattle or start problems. No, right. That's exactly. That's the whole thing. Like, my channel is only as successful as it is because I have done nothing but focus on how I can be more entertaining for you. How I can give you what you would expect from me when what I'm selling is just my own personality. You ask the friends that I grew up with, I am exactly this way when I'm comfortable with a group of people and hanging out with them. This is exactly how I am. I'm silly as fuck, like I've always been like that. I was the class clown, like, so the way that I see it is I fucking hacked life. But it is foolish, beyond foolish, to squander that and take it for granted. It's beyond foolish to not be grateful for it. Because again, I don't know anybody else who gets to do this. You know what I mean? So I want to just do it as good as I can for you guys, So it's like, I'm just gonna put the link up and the shit. Like, why would I make it so much more difficult for him? Because on top of that, it's even more work. All I have to do is sit there when it comes to my donos at the end of the night. That's all I have to do is just fucking sit there and be like, oh, good night. That's all I have to fucking do. Like, I don't have to sit there and go, oh my God, okay, so I made this, and then the memberships, and then blah, 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 and then I divide it by blah, 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 blah. I'm not doing all that fucking shit. I'm not. And that's the price this dude's willing to pay to be able to sit there and look at his audience and go, look at what I'm doing. Look at what I'm sacrificing for Karen Reed. I mean, and he's so oblivious that he doesn't think that people see it. Nixon, thank you so much. Thank you, Will. I've been calling out what you're talking about for a year. Thank you. I've always supported you, how you fundraise, and you clearly have ethics. That means a lot. Thank you so much, Nixon. Wrong one. Diane G, thank you so much. There's plenty of me to go around. I like silly topics mostly because my attention span is pathetic. Jess and BLT both do good work. Rat House Media and the Chat Rats are my fave lately. Agreed. Remember, folks, this is a petty stream. Okay? This is a petty stream. I'm not telling anybody to unsubscribe from LTL. I'm not telling anybody to do that. I hope his channel grows. I hope he does well. I have no bad feelings towards him. I have opinions about him. I have opinions, but I don't have any feelings to fuel those opinions or whatever.
Shows, do they get paid? I was totally unaware of that. No. So I don't know if other people have contracts or get paid. I just know that that's what I asked for. Erin is asking me if I was ever going to pay somebody to come on.
And I
Do I think I would ever pay somebody? No. No. I don't. No, I wouldn't.
Now that came off a certain way. That came off a certain way because here she is talking about this whole time about what she thinks she's worth to make appearances. But then she says, you know, her producer asks her, well, would you pay somebody to come on this show? And then she's like, fucking no. You know what I mean? But she's not illustrating. I just don't feel like she was illustrating the transition between what she was doing before and where she is now. Her mind's still on the Brian LTL point. That's the point she's trying to make, is the whole money and partnering up with LTL. And I think that she's just trying to illustrate that situation and why she did it and what she was thinking and what, you know, and I get that. That's perfectly understandable. I just think she there were topics flying around here, points, and Task was, you know, confused here, and it came off as hypocritical. I don't think that she means, now she can correct me in the chat if she wants, but I don't think that she means, hey, you got to pay me to be on your channel, but I'm not paying you to be on mine. I don't think that's what she's saying. So, but yeah, I mean, but if it is, then it is what it is. And maybe she has fucking strong convictions about not giving a fuck if she's a hypocrite. And that's cool too.
I don't know. No, I don't think people get paid. I needed to get paid to come on a show every single solitary week while you're getting money. What did somebody just say? Upgraded my phone. Wait, what did I saw?
Now she's making a great point here as well. That super chat didn't show up in my. Okay, never mind. It's because my chat. Never mind. That whole thing. Hold on, I got distracted. What did she say?
What did somebody just say? Upgraded my phone. Wait, or I needed to get paid to come on a show.
Okay. So the point she's making here is this dude was expecting me to show up and be a regular on his show. And I felt, since I saw that he was making money, why shouldn't I get money too? Especially if he's using me as an attraction to get views, because make no mistake, that's exactly why he asked her on. Because his actions have dictated that his motives were nothing other than that. Since he blew her off, since he said, yeah, I'll help you with your studio, blah, 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 and then just completely fucking blew her off. You know what I'm saying? So the way she sees it is just like, okay, well, you know, we had this partnership or whatever, but she also felt like, okay, well, I can, you know, we've developed kind of a working relationship. You never work with somebody and then hang out with them. You know what I'm saying? You ever work with somebody and they ask you for a favor? Like, dude, you got a truck. You know, do you think, I know it's your day off, but I could really use some help to move, blah, blah, blah. It happens. Norman Corey, thank you so much. Glare, you are the real deal. Your integrity is refreshing in a world that lacks it. And on top of that, you were right about the shoe. You're fucking right. You're fucking goddamn right that I was right about the goddamn shoe, bro.
Into the glare.
Silly shit. We got to keep it silly, folks.
every single solitary week while you're getting money. What did somebody just say? Upgraded my phone. Wait, what did I saw a super chat? We'll see them later. So I just wanted to be clear and open
Oasis Cat, thank you. Yeah, Oasis Cat made that video, by the way.
about that. I wanted to be clear about the partnership. I wanted to be clear that I was a paid actor to go on. I don't mean it that way, but you know, like I said, Erin was watching the views. You know, I brought the views to the show. I'm not saying it was extraordinary views, and all of these shows are relative, but you know, people would watch for me to be on there, and so I got compensated for that. I am a little disappointed that there hasn't been any camaraderie from Brian after I called him about this, but knowing Brian and knowing how he views other creators, I understand he's very competitive and he's very protective of his brand and is constantly trying to elevate, and that's
Now, Jess doesn't even have to tell me, okay? Because I've been hearing it from all fucking angles for the last goddamn year. That this dude is jealous as fuck, whiny as fuck, that this dude has done nothing but complain about me, complain about Crawford or who the fuck else, complains about fucking everybody. So I don't need Jess is confirming it, but I don't even need Jess to tell me that this dude, she's implying it, but that's all I need. I don't even need that. I don't even need that. Because it's been coming at me from all angles for the last fucking year how much this dude is a fucking envious, whiny cunt. And it's been nonstop. Nonstop. And I've only been over here just like, okay. Whatever, dude. You know?
What did that say? You sound like a total hypocrite. Maybe that's for me. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to be open and I wanted to be honest about that. If that makes sense. I want to hear didn't LTL hire you and you never went into his studio? No, so there was never anything about me going in the studio. I went in for the Nathan interview. He asked me to go in for that. Brian didn't ask me actually to be on that interview. Nathan asked for me to be on that interview. That is what I was told by Brian. And so who's Nathan Reed is Karen Reed's brother. Yeah, so Brian called me and said Nathan Reed had asked him, you know, they were going to set up their thing, and Brian said, and then he called back and he's like, you know, can you ask Jess if she could be on? Thank you.
Now, I could speculate as to why that was, but I won't do that because I won't presume to speak for Nathan.
So anyway, so that is kind of it. I have said before, I think what Brian does is very different and he puts a lot of work and effort into it. But, you know, it also put me in a position sometimes where he doesn't work with some people that I really like in the industry.
So why didn't you help the interview go better? So this is before the whole, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm thinking, before the agreement to partner. So, I mean, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But here's the thing. It's Brian's fucking show. It's not her responsibility to make it better, to make the interview go better. And Brian is a big boy, okay? And he calls himself an independent journalist. We're going to get into that too. So there's no reason why someone who refers to themselves and advertises themselves as an independent journalist, why they should have to rely on another independent journalist to do their job.
And I pushed through that many times. And I hope those other people didn't get mad at me for being on his show. It's just complicated, and the main reason for doing this is I would like it to be out there, and then that's that. Brian did message me, and he saw that I was going to talk about him, and he's like, "Who did I piss on your Cheerios or something like that?" And I don't know. Maybe this won't be a good look for me, but I just feel better just kind of talking about it and stuff like that. That's it. Anything else? If that all makes sense. I think I'm just reading some comments. Oh, somebody said I need to grow up. I do, probably. I think, so I'll tell you, I was going over this list on what I should talk about, and I was talking to my husband about it. And I was like, I don't know, like, should I talk about it? And he was like, one of my favorite things in sports radio is like when the sports radio hosts have like beefs with other sports radio. Like, I'm a Kirk Minahan fan, by the way. And Kirk Minahan and Dave Portnoy fight all the time, and they yell at each other. And it's like very interesting to watch. But what tipped the scales for me is my husband was just like, yeah, people in the industry like fight and go at it all the time. It's good drama. So I don't know. That's where I'm at. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like she's just trying to put on a show, and she's figuring, okay, well, I've got this dramatic thing going on in my life. It's her place if she wants to fucking talk about it. And she figured, okay, well, I'll bring this to the table. My husband said, I like when I watch when I listen to this one radio sports show and then these guys argue, like, it's engaging. I love that shit, Now, that doesn't necessarily mean she's just trying things out. This is her third live stream. She's just trying things out. She didn't realize that, the community may not enjoy it as much, like YouTube and the radio are just very different. Like, they're just very different. She's realizing this. She's realizing this during this stream.
Melanie Nan drama. Is there drama between them?
Oh God. No.
And what is this about Betterow super chats?
Okay.
MB felt like
I think that's done. So we're gonna go to and some of you might be like, oh my God, Will, Glare, why are you doing this? This seems so childish. Yes, it's petty as fuck. But so was this. This is why I feel perfectly justified in doing this, because, okay. See what that says? See what that says right there? So and it's fascinating because I'm like, what? What? Now, I understand because I may have fired first, but I was just being honest. So let me find it real quick. All right. So here is the post I made with the constant whining about dude, what? Stop. I don't want to see that. There we go. With the constant whining about me that I've had to hear about from others for the past year and a half. I'm actually shocked that it took this long. Wow, bro. So there's him blocking me here. And then now there's 108 comments in this thing. This is what's really fascinating. Nurse Kim comes up at the top, also blocked. Why? I don't know. But that wasn't even what I said. That wasn't even the comment that got me blocked. I'm jumping ahead here. I'm jumping ahead and I apologize. 1 second here, folks. It's like finding comments, dude, is like such a bitch. Okay, so I commented on Jess's post. Jess wrote a long post explaining everything. Oh shit. And my comment for her post was, I don't think this post could have been any clearer. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't blame you one bit for your feelings on this, which I do not. You didn't even say anything that bad, and which she didn't. It really wasn't that bad. Like, it was, if anything, it was just poorly communicated or whatever, because there was other factors that were being discussed. And then I said, I was like, you didn't even say anything that bad, and you're allowed to do whatever you want. That's what makes what we do so fun. That's exactly what makes what we do so fun, is I get to say whatever the fuck I want, do whatever the fuck I want, and that's it. It's great. And I continued. I said, you're also allowed to not suffer whiners and pouters. That's one thing anyone would always get an endorsement from me on. I have no patience for that shit, which I don't. But the fact is I have had patience with it. I've had patience with it for 1.5 years. That's a fact. That's the truth. You know? But the thing is I've had patience with it because I don't really dislike the guy. You know? But make no mistake that I have early on, first impression early on was like, this dude's a bitch. Like, Jesus, grow a pair, bro. What is your problem? I just didn't understand this. Like, first day that I went to, the first time I went to, Massachusetts, the first time I visited Dedham, it was awesome. Turtle Boy came down to the courthouse, and then we all went to the Waterfall Bar and Grill, right? I wanted to see the waterfall, and then it was really cool because and there was a point during that where, you know, and there was a lot of people there. Brian LTL was there. There was just a lot of people. I got to meet Good Citizens for the first time. I got to meet Suzanne Cleveland for the first time. I got to meet just so many cool people for the first time. Tom CPU, everybody. I was just really, really happy to have met everybody. Tom CPU was actually really hospitable towards me that first day, as well as Scott McGinnis was as well. And the three of us went to go to see 34 Fairview. They took me to go see 34 Fairview for the first time in person. I got to see how small the lawn was. It was a really cool thing. And there was one point where people were like what had happened was me and Aiden, people kept wanting pictures with us, right? Everyone kept stopping me and Aiden, specifically me and Aiden, for pictures and to sign shit, right? I never signed an autograph in my fucking life. I didn't know what to do. I was completely and totally, that situation was one of the most nerve-wracking situations where I was so anxious because I didn't know, I'd never expected that doing this. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that as a YouTuber you would expect to happen. And so it got to a point where the people there were like, okay, well, you and Aiden just sit right here. And because everybody wanted pictures of me and Aiden, right? And then it was so crazy that it got to a point to where me and Aiden had to sign all the coasters, the fucking little coasters for the drinks. We were signing those and taking pictures, signing them, taking pictures, signing them and taking pictures. And when this happened, reportedly, Brian LTL went outside and had a panic attack. Why, I don't know. Because I was as anxious as I get, and I wasn't nowhere near a panic attack. You know what I mean? And nobody was really asking him. Now, the fact is that Brian was really hospitable towards me too. He was really nice to me. He kept offering me, he kept offering to buy me something to drink. He kept offering to buy me food, and I was fine. It was nice of him, but that's a me thing. When people keep asking, some people are just naturally nurturing, and they keep asking even though you say no. And I was just like, dude, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. I squirted fucking lime accidentally in Street Squirrel's eye. It was a weird fucking day, but it was awesome. But supposedly I heard from several different people, this dude fucking went outside and had a panic attack. Like, what the fuck for? What? Because listen, if I'm doing what he's doing and that situation comes up and I have a panic attack from it, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not good for me, dude. I am done. I am out. I'm bailing. Like, what's next? A fucking heart attack? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Dude, I'm gonna prove that they were. I'm gonna prove, like, I'm gonna treat you guys like a jury, and I'm gonna fucking prosecutor AJ this shit. Okay. Now, there's some people here that are like, this makes me sad. Blah, blah, blah. Lauren, can you send me that clip in my DMs on Twitter, please? That would be great. And then hold on, so then fast forward to when he blocks me. So he blocked me from that comment, and now turns out he blocks Nurse Kim. Now they're hashtagging. We redefined. This is how fucking whiny this guy is that we've redefined the hashtag Me Too. We've redefined, because this guy just went on a blocking fit, just had a fucking blocking meltdown because like it just spoke such volumes. And then seeing all this, look, Auntie Deb, Nurse Kim, Me Too, Believe Women. Auntie Deb's all Me Too, Believe Women. Hashtag Believe Women. I love it. And then look, Color Me Shocked, Straight Up Liar, Too Namby Pamby for my tips. And these are people who follow us both. You know what I'm saying? These are people who followed me, Nurse Kim, Auntie Deb, and LTL. Amazing. That's wild. Now I know why he didn't come on your fundraiser. He was jealous. Remember, he tried to lie and say he couldn't get on. He's a bitch. Don't let it bother you, Blair. We love you. I mean, everything has been a competition with this guy from the word go. Everything has. Oh, he blocked me years ago, long time, blah, blah, blah. And then this is the parody Plevin account, and they got blocked. Dude, why are You know how fucking much of a bitch move it is to block a parody account, dude, unless they're just like just being really, really nasty, you know, but just a parody, it's a parody account, dude. It's fun and games. It's just stupidity. Like, yeah, you bunch of dummies. She just didn't clarify that very well during that live stream. She wanted to be paid when she was a reporter as a YouTube channel. Now that has changed. It's very simple. It's just because things work differently on YouTube. That's all. And he blocked your parody account too. I love your parody account, bro. Always have. And it's not because it's not for anything. Look, and then of course, you know, people are hating on me, and this I love. This is my favorite shit in the world. Everyone boasts this, but they don't realize that I laugh at this every time because look who posted it. Look who that is. Who posted this? Why in the world would I give a fuck about what that guy says about me? And I don't have JLR blocked. He has me blocked. Okay? Just for the record. List of people who have me blocked have been consistent with being vajages. Just consistent with it. Like, yeah, there's no credibility to that. Like, people keep doing it. Like, it bothers me. It's hilarious. Oh shit. No, I didn't mean to hit that. And then Buzzard says here, to be honest, he has the big fancy studio setup, technical using AI to read papers, and looks snatched in snazzy in his suits, but the substance of him I can't relate to. He is too sensitive and not funny, too clinical and needy. Give me a bootleg setup and realness, authentic people. I'm 100% in. I mean, that's basically my entire fucking audience right there. And I mean, all these comments are negative. All these comments are making fun of him. Oh, look, my sleeves are too long. That was that day. That was that day. It was a good day. My sleeves were too long. You saw my sleeves? Now, there's other stuff here. Now, this is one of those things that just annoys the shit out of me. Okay? You guys are sitting here acting like, oh, he's such a nice guy. He's just so nice. Nice people don't fucking shit talk everybody behind their fucking back on a constant basis. That's not what nice people do. Nice people worry about their own shit. So I don't want to hear that. And this shit is something else, dude. Sons, thank you so much. I'm like 20 minutes behind to catch up on the drama, but here to say how much I love you and Jess. Me and my free can't read besties have been saying this about LTL for a while. That's my point. That's why people keep coming to me with the shit. I just always blow it off. You know what I mean? Oh, this is the worst you've seen me? You can go. You have no idea. Like I have been way worse than this. Ask Chasing in the chat. Ask Chasing. I've been way worse than this. Look at this. Okay, so here's this post. Over the past few weeks, this is a Brian LTL post. It's called being two-faced. Thank you so much. Exactly. That's exactly what that is. I don't have any sympathy for that shit. Over the past few weeks, I've noticed a guy standing on the corner with a sign asking for help. It recently hit me. Hold on, man. I need fucking like. Over the past few weeks, I've noticed a guy standing on the corner with a sign asking for help. It recently hit me. I actually know him. He used to work at a local pizza shop, and I would always hook me up with free food whenever I ordered. Today, I wanted to see if it was really him, and if so, return the kindness he once showed me. I brought him some food and water and was able to talk to him briefly. I asked him about his mom, and he said she's still where she's always been. He told me he's just trying to make enough money to get out of here. He's just trying to make enough money to get out of here. He wants to go to Hollywood. I don't know the full story of what he's going through, but I hope that even for just a few minutes today, the small bit of relief I could offer helped him forget the struggles, just like he once helped me. And he fucking blasts this dude's fucking sign. And then he's like, look, I went and I picked up all this stuff for this guy who I'm blasting all his personal shit out there. And I'm such a fucking saint. I'm such a fucking saint. Like, that's all that is. That doesn't inspire me to go help homeless people, dude. People, we're all grown-ups, bro. All right, I want to make something abundantly clear to Brian LTL, bro. We're all grown-ups, dude. I don't need someone to inspire me to go fucking give homeless people shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's patronizing. It's fucking patronizing on top of insulting to the poor guy that's on the corner that you used to hook up with food. So it's like you're throwing it in his face because you don't know if this dude is like, yo, well, you have no idea. Will, has definitely been way worse. Who was there for the Zav Girl days? I missed that impression. I was so spot on. Yeah, Zav Girl. That was fun. That was fun stuff. Yeah, you think petty streams are new here, bro? Like, absolutely performative. Absolutely fucking performative. I don't need this dude to fucking, I'm a grown fucking man, and I don't need anybody to fucking try to influence me and virtue signal my ass to go fucking help homeless people. I already do. The only problem is you motherfuckers don't hear about it when I do it. Because I don't do it to get validation from you for it. I do it to give my soul validation, dude. I do it for me. I do it because I want to get into fucking heaven. That's selfish reason? Sure. Absolutely, that's a selfish reason. But that's not all. I also do it for the other selfish reason of getting the sheer gratitude, or getting not gratitude, but the sheer gratification from having done something nice for someone. Going to bed that night is like, okay, I did something really nice for somebody that nobody asked me to do. So, like, it's fucked up that you actually feel like you have to, like, that you are so above everybody else that you're gonna fucking post this shit about feeding the homeless Like as if we don't already know that it's a good thing to feed the fucking homeless, dude. Who the fuck are you? Like that's ridiculous. It so annoys me when people are this patronizing towards others, dude. And it's because they have this high opinion of themselves, but they don't have a high opinion of themselves. It's a high delusion of themselves. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so fucking jealous and envious of everyone else around them. Right? It's insecurity. It is pure insecurity. Diane G, thank you so much. No one better found out if I did something nice, right? The guy in the attic has act 2. I see similar vibes here. Yeah, that's just all. It's right. And I think the LTL parody account, I commented because the LTL parody account made fun of it too. And I commented on it like, yeah, let's make this a thing. Just don't fucking take pictures of it. You know what I mean? Like, and I was being sarcastic because it's already a fucking thing. People already do it. People already feed the fucking homeless all the fucking time. Why do you think these people would stand out there if they didn't produce results? You think you're the only guy out there fucking contributing to the homeless? Jay Quellen. I'm sorry, I mispronounced it. Jacqueline. Remembering the time he blocked me on Facebook because I told him he was entitled for crying about never being invited on Lawyer You Know show. Grow a pair. Jesus. He's the only one who posted about it. Like, it's crazy, dude. And then we're going to get into some touchy shit here. Okay, folks? We're going to get into some touchy shit. Oh, this is just a screenshot, so I can't show it. So the family of Enrique Delgado Garcia, I think we're all pretty familiar with the case, which we have no answers for. But let's go into real quick. Right here on his Twitter, Brian LTL's headline is, I report on things and stuff. Massachusetts-based independent journalist. Massachusetts-based independent journalist. Those are very important words. Independent journalist. Very important words to remember as we move forward. And here's a Reddit post. And Enrique Delgado Garcia's family has a Reddit. And here they posted, and I'm not very active on Reddit, but they posted this post of Brian LTL. And it says, it's been 10 months since Trooper Enrique Delgado Garcia died at the Massachusetts. This is LTL talking. Amber, thank you so much. I'm just here passing the time into Nurse Kim's 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, she's going live at 7. I feel like I'm watching Real Housewives of the YouTube streams. Drama pulls you in. Yeah. So Brian's post here, and they posted this with a headline, "Are you kidding me?" And LTL says, it's been 10 months since Trooper Enrique Delgado Garcia died at the Massachusetts State Police Academy. 10 months too long without real answers. In my opinion, the family attorney, Luis Alois, has shown weak leadership in this case. He should be demanding accountability from David Meyer, the state police, AG, and Andrea Campbell, and anyone else connected to this case. Now, he knows who are the people that he should be asking questions to, right? The people who need questions asked to, right? Who should be providing answers. He goes on to say, back in May, Alois spoke about the medical examiner's reports, and he told reporters the customary time frame for that is usually 90 to 120 days, which it usually is. Here we're well beyond that, and I have not received a satisfactory explanation as to why it's taking so long. So he has not received a satisfactory explanation as to why it's taking so long. He has not received it. Not the family, him. He hasn't received it. Something's wrong there. Something's wrong there. And he goes on to say, given recent reports that Enrique's case has been handed to a grand jury starting this past April, I would challenge Mr. Alois. What are you actually doing about it? What are you doing to get answers? Because from the outside, it looks like nothing. This family deserves better representation, someone willing to challenge the system and fight for the truth. In my opinion, with the respected and proven track records, Bradel, Boston Defender would be perfect in this to get the job done. Now, there's a lot packed into this. I have a lot of thoughts on this. There's a lot packed into this. Thank you, Nixon, so much. Will, I made the website for them and posted that on Reddit. I'm not the family, nor do I claim to speak for them. I think LTL is an ass, but I don't want that misconstrued. Thank you so much. Okay, that clears things up. So you made the website for them and posted that on Reddit. Okay, but okay, and you don't claim to speak for. So this is your opinion. Okay, this is thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate that. I don't like misinformation on this channel either. But there's a lot to unpack in this statement. Given recent reports that Enrique's case has been handed to a grand jury starting this past April, I would challenge Mr. Alois. What are you actually doing about it? As if he's owed answers. What are you doing to get answers? Because from the outside, it looks like nothing. I mean, he's sitting here attacking the family, the lawyer of this family. That's the last thing you want to do. If you're trying to get him to get answers, that's not what you want to do. You want to honestly, you don't even want to do that. But at the most, reach out to them privately and be like, hey, I'm just concerned. And, there's a lot of people who want answers. Is there anything that you could tell us that would set everyone's mind at ease who wants answers for this? It's not a difficult thing to do, but that is not this action proves that his intention is not to get answers. This is not about getting answers for him. This is about telling the people that he is demanding answers. He's showing out. He's yelling and screaming and standing on a soapbox. That's all he's doing. And he says this family deserves better representation. As if that's his decision, as if that's even remotely appropriate for him to chime in on that with his opinion. This family just lost their son, their brother. What the fuck are you talking about? This family just lost their son and their brother. Thank you, Jersey Girl Vibes. Welcome to Logic. Their son's mother slash brother, or their family's mother or brother and son, their family's brother and son. This family just lost him. Who the fuck is you, dude, to publicly call out this lawyer who you have no idea? You don't know. How do I know you don't know? Because, see, this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to piggyback off of Turtle Boy's clout by trying to make himself out to be another Turtle Boy without having any real understanding of what Turtle Boy does. Because if he did, then he would have never posted this. He would have never, ever posted this. Because if he was to even begin to have the right to call out this lawyer, it would have had to have been after he had chased down David Meyer, Attorney General Campbell, and anybody else who he names names. He obviously knows who to go after. So if he wants to fancy himself and get the same clout Turtle Boy gets, earn it. Get your phone, go out there and stick your phone in their face and start asking questions. But if you're not willing to do that, I'm not willing to do that. Don't fucking sit there and try to make yourself out to be the next Turtle Boy. I sure as fuck don't do that. I get people telling me all the time, who's going to be the next Turtle Boy? If Turtle Boy can't talk, can't do what he's doing. It's not me. It's not me. Don't look at me. I'm not Turtle Boy. Turtle Boy and I have similar personalities. That's it. That's the only reason. That's the reason we get along. Because we have similar personalities. But I don't claim to do even remotely what he does. I don't claim to do that at all. He does his homework. Like, you don't think that this dude already has dug up enough receipts to where he feels comfortable sticking his phone in somebody's face and asking how long why did they Google how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m.? That shit's data. That happened. That's why he went after Jen McCabe at the lacrosse game to interview her. That's why he did that. Because he had solid data to indicate that she did some nefarious, fucked up shit. But you don't get to sit here and fucking act like you're Turtle Boy and not do the things that Turtle Boy is willing to fucking do. The Goodman's gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Now, yeah. And then he's going to like tag Tim Bradle and tag Mark Betterow, or I'm sorry, David Yannetti. He's going to tag these two lawyers like it's an appropriate thing to do to them. Like they're supposed to, like they're expected to call the Delgado Garcia family and start ambulance chasing and be like, hey, I'd love to take on your case and blah, 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 blah. Why is he doing that? Why is he trying to live out this insane fantasy? Because he wants the recognition for, oh, it was my post. You guys can look at it. Once in this fantasy world where David Yannetti and Tim Bradle take on this case and start fighting the good fight for the Delgado Garcia family in his fucking mind, he wants to be able to say, oh, well, the receipts Here's the receipts. I was the one. I did it. I was responsible. And everyone knows it's fucked up. And then you got this right here. The Space Commander person says, yes, he got called out on that by a bunch of people last week and decided to defend himself by maligning me again, even though I was unaware of any of this until someone told me and I was sent this, but he acknowledged taking it down and goes to a dead 404 page. He has since deleted this, which is what he always does when he gets called out for any significant amount of people and he can't control the narrative. So here is this. Hold on. I'm just gonna. It's a picture of the Enrique Delgado Garcia billboard, and it's great that he did that. Right? Again, it's great that he made a billboard for justice for Enrique Delgado Garcia. What's not great is that he did it to get credit. Because if he didn't do it to just get credit, he would have just put up the fucking billboard. That's it. Maybe the family would know. And the family should know. I'd go with them and I'd talk to them and I'd be like, hey, I want to do something nice and I want to put up this billboard and I'd like to have your blessing to do that. That's what you should do. But he just went ahead and did it. And then it says, no, that's not the family because somebody called him out. Buttercup, thank you so much. Boston girls love the glare. Glare loves Boston girls. Thank you so much. He writes, no, that's not the family. And I guess they're talking about this Reddit page. That's a web developer who's been throwing a tantrum because I created a separate website from the one he built for them. Now since taken down, he's accused me of profiting off EDG's death, but what he conveniently ignores is that the digital billboards aren't cheap. For someone who claims to be a master web developer, you'd think a simple Google search would have told him that. He also fails to consider that the small amount I made from those live streams wouldn't even begin to cover the cost of the billboards or of the money I personally donated. Jesus Christ, bro. That I personally donated to Enrique's GoFundMe. I'm just not going to read EDG. That's disrespectful. I paid for 2 digital billboards in front of Gillette Stadium out of my own pocket. It was my gift to the family during their difficult time during the holiday season. I'll also add that I've gotten many messages from his family and his uncle thanking me for everything that I've done so far to raise awareness and keep his story alive. Personally, I don't need to explain myself on this issue anymore. It's mute. You fucking explained yourself plenty, bro. I mean, where is the investigative journalism? Where is the journalism in the Enrique Delgado Garcia case? Because he's been active. He was really active on it. Now, I have to find something else here because there's another issue, but if I don't have it, I don't want to address it because and so and that so apparently what he did was he set up a fucking website for Enrique Delgado Garcia, but the family asked him to take it down, allegedly, and he refused to do it. He finally did, apparently, supposedly. I guess he did. But right here, 217 days. Hold on. Let me share the screen. right here is LTL Media. 217 days. Never forget or stop fighting until we get answers. What happened at Chupa, blah, blah, blah. And then this Evan person comments. This is a Twitter post. This Evan person comments, why do you continue to promote an alternative website to the one created by his family who runs the Facebook page and has it listed there? So now that's just word of mouth. I don't know the situation with if somebody could share me the link to the website, if it still exists. But I don't know. I would have to see to touch on that further. I'd have to see receipts where he was asked to take the website down and he just refused. But then there's the hold on a second. Okay. Then there's the Nathan Reed interview. Okay. Shit.
This, looking at the files and looking at the case.
And we had 5 interns with us.
Who are you, bud?
Yeah, it was just
She didn't admit to it.
and lunch comes and there's no questions and we're going,
It got quiet down in the
oh
streets.
boy, what's going on? You know, and each of the lawyers reacts differently. Alan, little inside info, Alan goes on his phone and watches Tom Cruise movies to relax, or he watches cooking videos to relax. David will literally take his tie, put it in front of his eyes, and take a nap. Somebody here. Best buddy Adam, swear to God.
Adam's in here.
Yeah,
I'm sure
my
everybody
best buddy
knows-
Adam. Everybody
Yeah.
knows Adam. He's here tonight, and he snapped a picture of
great.
David with the tie over his eyes. So he just knocks out. He just has that ability to do that. The family doesn't have that ability. We're
Dude,
kind of
yeah.
biting our nails.
At one of the hearings, this dude told people that he got scared and he had 2 women escort him to his car. I mean, I just can't, dude. I fucking can't with that shit.
So somewhere around 2:00, David gets a phone call from the court saying, "Judge would like to see you." And so we immediately get in SUVs and head over there. And then it just, what you saw is really what happened. We get rushed in and we've got a verdict. Oh, now we don't have a verdict.
Yeah, explain that. What was going on with that?
We didn't really get an explanation beyond they knocked on the door, court officer came to the door, the jury room. We've got a verdict. They pull that back. The jury asked for it to be pulled back. Subsequently, within a couple of minutes, we're going, what's going on here, right? And Judge Cannoni's telling us this, right? So now we had one, now we don't have one, and we're going, are there games here? What's going on here, right? And if there aren't, what are we not seeing? What's not playing in our favor potentially? You just don't know. And so they moved the family.
And as much, I don't want to be disrespectful to Nathan, but that's not exactly why I don't want to watch 2 hours of this.
Will's become
all the law tubers that had glare and
oh shit,
Glera, and Will's become
I swear to God, I didn't even know where that timestamp was. I just fast forwarded to a random spot, hoping to.
tubers that jumped in.
And they've all become part of the family.
Yeah.
And many-
Tom CPU.
Tom
I
CPU.
cannot. No, I have to like Tom CPU and Boston Mike. They're my morning show. Like I woke up
Yeah.
during the retrial to them, but Tommy being out there like in the cold and the heat and then you just go out there and I saw like it was elaborate setup that he had out and there was a moment and I have to share this with both of you because you weren't there. So Tommy's up on. He was across the street. Him and I are both standing next together, and he's live, and he's got his big iPad set up. And
Now, I'm not telling anybody not to like Brian. I'm just saying this fool couldn't handle simple, basic, fucking honest criticism, and then decided to go on a blocking fucking binge. And so what that does is that automatically makes him fair game. That's just how that goes. This is what happens when you melt down.
the moment comes down and Tommy's next to me. And Tom really was one of the first people that I met out on the street.
Same.
And I'm going to get emotional.
Yeah, bud.
I said, Tommy, we did it.
Mm.
We did it, Tommy. We knew. And I said, here we were that whole time standing out in the fucking heat, the cold,
Rain,
sacrificing our vacations, our Sundays, you know, coming out. And I wouldn't have changed one thing about it. And you can hear us talking on camera. I got the clip. And I said, Tom,
like you see Jess's face here.
And
watch Jess.
The moment comes down and Tommy's next to me. And Tom really was one of the first people that I met out on the street.
Same.
And she's going, okay.
I get emotional.
Yeah, bud.
And she's like, what? Did what? She goes, what?
I said, Tommy, we did it. And I'm gonna get emotional.
Yeah, bud.
Like,
I
what?
said, Tommy, we did it.
Mm.
One more time. Look at Jess. I wish I could zoom in.
I said, Tommy, we did it.
Mm.
We did it, Tommy. We knew. And I said, here we were that whole time standing out.
Oh my God.
In the fucking heat, the cold,
rain,
sacrificing our vacations, our Sundays, you know, coming out. And I wouldn't have changed one thing about it. And you can hear us talking on camera. I got the clip. And I said, Tommy, we did it. Yeah. And he's like, it's fucking great, isn't it? It's really good. It's a good feeling.
The problem is I don't believe him. I don't believe him. You know?
And it changed me a lot. I've grown as a person so much through this. I've learned to like calm down. I used to be a really angst guy like 2 years ago, and this has really fucking humbled me. And
this all sounds awfully familiar. Let's do the math. So according to Jess, okay, she paints a picture basically that it was a miserable fucking experience because every single time that she would go live or with him, it would start with him trash talking everyone in the community, other creators, constant state of competition, constant state of jealousy and envy constantly. And then now let me try to find something real quick here. Christy, thank you so much. I could be wrong, but isn't journalism writing? Does he publish anything? What does he do? Tom CPU deserves a medal. He was assaulted and he was there daily. Him and Tom are not the same. I absolutely agree. But listen, I'm not shitting on him for being emotional. I just don't believe it. And I'm definitely not shitting on him for giving Tom props, because that's true. Tom spent a lot of snowy, rainy, hot days out there. You know, not all snow, rainy, and hot like in one day. I'm saying, like, you know, it's like year round. Tom was out there. You know what I mean? So I'm not criticizing him for giving that kind of credit, but let's see. Chrissy says, I could be wrong, but isn't journalism? Okay, yeah, him and Tom are the same. Thank you. I already read that. Thank you so much. And I love you. That's all. Thank you so much, Subone. And so now, yeah, like, dude, Jess, first time I attended court, Jess was the first person I noticed in the courtroom. First person that I recognized, and I was like, yo, what's up? Nobody expected her to be out there to stand out. She was fucking covering the goddamn trial, dude. Now let me see if I can find this real quick. Because this is hold on. All right. I have to go back a ways here. Okay, so I went back too far. All right, it's this one. Now, this is now this is my stream from the first stream I did after the verdict. I think it was the next day. Okay. And I'll be honest, I cried for like 3 days. Every time I thought about it, I fucking cried because I was so happy. I was so happy. I cried like the day after the verdict. Nathan called me up, personally called me up, and was like, I just wanted to thank you. Just, you were awesome and everything that you did. And, you know, and I really didn't do that much, you know, like he was like, and he was explaining, he's like, when I saw that you were from Tennessee and covering this, the relief that I had, because that's when I realized that people are taking an interest outside of Massachusetts, and this is going to get the attention that it needs. It gave me hope that it was going to get the attention that it ended up getting. And I was like, wow, I didn't even think about that. And it was really, really sweet. It's really kind. And so, this is the first stream that I did. This is right after the verdict. Okay. Woo. Holy Jesus, now, my friends. Sorry about it being not clear. Oh man. Because I was, dude, I was so emotional. I needed a second. Like, seriously. I thought I was done crying. Like, I couldn't handle, and maybe people are different, but the way that I was like, I'm trying to do a fucking show here, and I don't want to cry. I want to talk. I went live because I thought I was like, I need to go live and talk about this, but I don't want to cry. I'm tired of crying. I've been crying, and it was all happiness. It was all happiness. Yeah. Karen Reed is free. Like the thought of that fucking put me in tears. Just saying those words out loud put me in fucking tears. As soon as I can talk, I will. Sorry, guys. The cool thing about it is I'd probably be embarrassed to cry in front of any other bunch of people. Not you guys. Yeah, man. Like, I've been a fucking slobbery fucking mess for like
I was.
almost 24 hours now. For like 20 hours. I've been a slobbering fucking mess.
I want to get to where I'm actually talking though.
Doing okay. And jump on a bandwagon. And this happens a lot in true crime cases. So I was like, you know, like all of you guys, I was like, I was on guard when I first started covering this, that you guys were a bunch of fucking psychos. I was like, because I've seen this happen. I've seen large mass amounts of people like just go pure psycho. And I'm like, what in the fuck? And it's so I was ready to just be like, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. But because I was like, are they just reading too much into it? Blah, blah, blah. But it really didn't take me long because I was still looking at these police statements and I was still thinking, oh, well, you know, they're just lazy cops. You know, this
What's
doesn't
up,
mean that
Auntie
there's some
Deb?
fucking conspiracy. You guys got to chill out, you know. But I didn't want to tell you all that yet because I didn't know you like that yet, you know. So I was like, just because cops are lazy doesn't mean that there's a conspiracy, you know. That's where my mind was. But I was willing to entertain. I would constantly poison my body, and always do as much as I could, to reach a point where I probably would go to sleep and never wake up. I hoped for this all the time.
So I really would rather not.
And then I
relive
got
this
to a
whole
point
thing.
where I actually made a decision. And then
So I'm not going to go through all that again. But the point is that I was explaining. Annex, thank you so much. You had the happiness for Karen and her struggle. If your heart is true to the cause, then you wouldn't make it about yourself and what you did. Sorry for being redundant. That's absolutely true. You're absolutely right. It's exactly my point. It's exactly the point I'm making here.
so like,
Oh, what's up, Pearl? Fuck's sake, Will. Seeing you choked up has me choked up all over again. So happy you escaped Cromwell land to do something real. Free Turtle Boy next. Absolutely. And, you know, I don't find it to be much of a coincidence that this happened the day after the verdict. The Nathan interview happened maybe a couple days after that, I think. And then Brian starts crying and starts talking about his angst of the person he used to be and blah, blah, blah. Motherfucker, that's my shit. Stop. Now, I'm not saying he can't be going through the same thing, but what makes me mad about that is that he demonstrates nothing consistent. Like, if you're gonna fucking bite me, dude, like, demonstrate the fucking same behavior, dude, in the sense that, like, take responsibility for yourself. Don't fucking sit there and do everything for attention. Don't sit there and do everything for fucking clout. Don't do things where you think that you're the only one don't do things where you're the only person who's really going to get the benefit from it. Don't do things with the mindset of being the only one to get a benefit from it and then using the excuse that you're doing things for other people. That is the most annoying shit to me in a human being. I swear to God. Like, right. He just shifted all of a sudden, just made it about him. Like, I would never do that. The only reason I talk about that stuff, like, as openly as I do, is because, like, it's like most of the time that it's happened is when I have to, like, make a point to show, like, a difference in someone who's capable of taking accountability and someone who isn't, or I'm being interviewed on another channel for whatever fucking reason. People want to interview me. They interview me and then they say, well, how did you get the name The Glare? Then I'm put in a position to where I explain it, right? Because it is an interesting story. It's a story that I'm proud of, but I'm not proud of the person I used to be, and I'm not proud of. I don't like when people feel sorry for me. The way that I tell these stories is like, listen, I'm fucking good. You know, like, everybody struggles from time to time, but when I'm struggling, you're not going to fucking know about it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go live. I'm not going to fucking tweet about it. I'm not going to sit there and fucking I'm not doing that shit. Because I practice accountability. Or at least I do the best I can to do it. And that's talking the talk, but not walking the walk. Because if I'm accountable for myself, that means that I answer to nobody but myself. That includes all of you. So if I'm doing nice things for people, I don't need to advertise it to the world. Because once I advertise it to the world, my motive for doing it changes immediately. Takes the piss right out of it. You know, like, if you're going to sit there and you're going to rip off the shit that I use to explain myself because you think that's what gets me views, which I sure hope it's not, but because you think that that gets me views, dude, walk the fucking walk. Do the work. And doing the work means not fucking whining about every little thing, not complaining about what other people got and what you don't have because other people fucking got it. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Listen to Rocky, for fuck's sake, bro. Like, I've never seen anybody in my life who needs a Rocky 6 speech more than LTL, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen that. Like, this dude, like, he just really, like, if LTL, if you're watching, dude, I implore you to watch Rocky 6. Just that scene. I don't have a timestamp for it, but he's telling his son what's up with life. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get and keep moving forward. And you don't get anywhere by pointing fingers at people and saying and letting people point their fingers at you and then whining about it. That's not how fucking life works. And that's not how respect is earned. Because y'all can sit there, all of you that are sitting here going, oh my God, you're just picking on him and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm pointing out something that has clearly been bothering a shit ton of people in this community for a while now. Because it's shitty to put people in a position to where you manipulate them to feel sorry for you. That's a shitty thing to do to them. These are the people who you rely on for your livelihood. And you're going to put them in a position to where they have to fucking, oh my God, Brian, no. Oh, don't. Oh, please, no. Oh. Like, and it's constant. It's not just on YouTube. It's like out in person. It's out in public. It's in situations. I have so many fucking people DMing me, telling me, dude, this fucking guy, bro. Like, we were over here talking and this guy won't shut the fuck up about you. And I'm like, I can't imagine why. But when you have so many fucking people that are telling you the same thing, and most of them don't even fucking know each other. You know, like, I just don't have any respect for that. I'm never going to have respect for that. Like, I worked too hard to leave the person that resembled that behind. I worked too fucking hard for it. And that puts me in a justifiable position to hold a standard for people to do to walk the same walk that I walk. I don't give a fuck what you say. It absolutely puts me in a justifiable position. And I'm not perfect. I fuck up sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about his hair, dude. I don't know if he wears a fucking hairpiece or whatever. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know, but I'm just like, you know, and it's all because the truth is, it's all because he's not fucking calibrated in the sense that he's not focused on the right things. He's too busy blaming the world for his shit rather than putting his bootstraps up and getting to work. Now, that's not that he's not getting to work, but he's not thinking about it in a way that somebody, like, it's counterproductive. Like, dude, I don't know what his living situation is at home, but I can't wrap my head around the fact that he's paying for a fucking office space for the studio. And if you're going to do something that impractical, because I just don't understand, you could absolutely, you could have a nice setup for a studio. Dude, if you saw the rest, this is a backdrop, dude. If you saw the rest of this fucking place, I call it a studio. I'm just being honest. I call it a studio because it sounds better. But the fact of the matter is, this is a fucking basement with a backdrop that I decorated right here. That's it. I don't pay one red extra cent for this space. And I live in a completely different part of the house. So, I mean, why not just, you know, like, if you're just focused on getting the truth out there, you would be passionate about it, genuinely passionate about it, not emotional about it, but you would be passionate about it. And you would show this passion through your actions, not through bragging about the actions that you're hoping people will take notice of. That's ingenuine. And it's gross, frankly. It's fucking gross. But anybody, that's the cool thing about YouTube. YouTube is like, dude, you could set up any place in your house. Make it look nice and set up the camera. The camera's only going to catch. I will never show you guys what the rest of this fucking place looks like. You'd be like, what in the fuck is going on there, bro? That's the truth. Being totally honest. But it's bizarre. It's bizarre that you would fucking pay for a fucking office space. And then he like tweets that like, oh, well, when I got this, you know, the landlord handed me the key and said, oh, this is going to be a, you know, like, what did it say? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find some of this stuff. I was just blown away, dude. Yeah, this is all like and you know, I'm not faulting him for advertising his channel. I'm not faulting him for, you know, running his channel responsibly by checking numbers and doing all the stuff and trying to, but the thing is like he has a few thousand more subs than I do. Fair enough. Great. And technically he did earn them. But he earned them in a way that I just won't do. I just won't do that. Like I am always talking about how I come up here and I just raw dog this shit. Dude, there's somebody where I it was so crazy. I remember, like, you guys remember back when I was like, I'm not having guests on the show no more. You remember that? When I just got fucking fed up and I was like, I'm not doing fucking guests no more on the show, dude. Who do you think that I was talking about? I didn't call him out then, but constantly I'm getting fucking messages talking about this fucking guy, dude. And it's all because I didn't want to compete with other creators on views and subs and using somebody to sit on my platform and boost my channel. I got in a place in my mind where I was like, accountability, let's go, kick it in. Accountability means I'm responsible for my fucking channel. I don't want nobody else fucking responsible for my channel. I don't want nobody ever taking credit for the growth of my channel. Fuck that. I'll take the less subs. I'm not in competition with anybody. I don't care. And I've learned to love every single fucking subscriber that I have. I'd rather have the subscribers that I have right now than the more subscribers that I would have obtained by having guests on all the time. You know? Like, it's an honest way. Don't get me wrong. It's an honest way to build your channel. It is an honest way to build your channel. But it got really ugly when there was this one person that everybody seemed to be fucking fighting over, except me, because that person was coming to me on a constant basis, asking me if they could be a regular on my channel. And I was like, whoa. That happened. Make no mistake about that. That happened. I'm not going to call that person out because I don't need to. There's no reason to do that. At least not yet. I never put anything in stone. But I mean, everyone was fucking pulling, you know, pulling tug of war with this person. And I just couldn't relate. So I just was like, fuck this. I'm not having this person on my fucking, I'm not even having anybody. And this way I'll know that every single one of my viewers are here for me, not for somebody I bring on. Now, if you want to do that and you want to live, you want to run your channel like that, that's cool. That's fine. And respect. That's cool. You know? Not everybody's as naturally dope as I am, Brian. I get it. It's fine. But don't whine and bitch about how dope I am. Don't do that.
That's why people criticize you. That's why everybody just felt like, oh my God. Oh, that's why my Twitter feed flooded with comments like, oh, Jesus. Finally, somebody fucking said it. You know what I mean? But yeah, if I'm going to grift, at least I know that this is the grift. I mean, try to accuse me of something. This is the grift. Try to fucking accuse me of something. Try to accuse me of being unoriginal. Try to accuse me of any of that shit. You can't. And that's why I take pride in what I do. And that's why I'm as confident as I am doing what I do. And that's why I don't go around whining about other creators all the time. I'm not in competition with those creators. I support those creators. Those creators are part of a community. I've supported Brian, even though I've had this opinion of him, and I still support Brian. But I'm letting you know, I'm not going to fake it no more. I'm not going to fake my opinion of him. Because all bets are off. Once you block me, okay, I'm dead to you. So fuck you. Once you block me, I'm dead to you. I'm good. So, I mean, you know, and yeah, like I said, I hope his channel does well. I really do. And despite what my opinions are and my standards are for how I run my channel, that doesn't mean that I don't respect how Brian runs his. Accusing you of all the shit. Thanks, Goodmans. Yeah, it doesn't mean that I don't respect Brian's methods of how he, you know what I mean? It's not methods that I would adopt, and it's not methods that I would feel that I was giving myself the full respect to do. But, you know, like I said, he doesn't have he doesn't have the personality that I have that engages an audience. He has to find other means to engage an audience. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, don't whine and cry about me just being up here doing what I do, bro. That's what makes you look like a fucking pank to everybody. Like, you don't realize it, and you're depending on your audience to support you, but you're burdening them with complaining about other creators who they like. That tells everyone that it's all about you. That if you could, you'd cancel every other channel so you would monopolize on what's being talked about in the community. Because if all you're doing is throwing hate to everybody, and then in public on a stream where you're talking to Nathan and going, oh, yeah, Glare is great. Oh, yeah. Oh, Glare and everybody. Oh, all these. And then Tom. Oh, Tom. Nobody believes you, bro. The reason why nobody believes you is because your actions don't coincide with that fucking performance. Everybody who has heard you complain and talk shit about me and then heard you tell Nathan Reed how great you think I am automatically sees you as a hypocritical douche. That's your fault. That's not my fault. That's not Nurse Kim's or Auntie Deb's or anybody else's fault who blocked you or who you blocked. That's not Jess's fault. That's your fault. That's nobody else's doing but yours. So just, I mean,
So I mean, yeah, man. Anytime, like Brian ever wants to reach out to me in private, I'll talk to him. This is something I was always willing to do, by the way. But it's not on me to go, hey, Brian, I heard you don't like me. I heard you had a problem with me. No, I don't fucking do that shit, dude. Like, I'll do something to that effect if, like, I had a wrench on someone's channel and then I don't anymore. And then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You know, like my anxiety will get to me sometimes, but I do everything I can to manage it. I remember one time I got super insecure. I just had a fucking I went through like 2 or 3 days of just stupid bullshit, pointless anxiety that just fucking happens. It's a chemical thing. And then like I texted Kelly Reed, like, are we okay? And she was like, what? Yeah, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it happens. Like, I have my insecurities too, but I work on them. I don't make other people work on them for me. That's the difference between you and me, Brian. I work on my insecurities. I don't burden other people with my insecurities and have them work on them. Like, until you realize that difference and you're willing to put in that work, dude, I mean, this is the reaction you're always going to get on a public platform. It's going to eventually come to a head, and then people are going to be like, dude, fuck. Yeah, he could come on now. I'd send him a leak, but he blocked me. Like, I'll go, man, I got a fridge stocked with water and energy drinks right now. I'll fucking sit here and hash it out with him right now. If he wants, I'd be happy to do it. Because I know there's a lot of people in here that like him, and they think I don't. I do like him, but I don't respect his behavior. It's just that simple. I just simply don't respect his behavior. Meditation is good too, Aiden. I agree. Meditation is good. Because I'll tell you, man, like, I haven't been going live lately because I've been going through it. Like, this fucking knee thing is stupid, and it gets old. And then before I realize it, I'm feeling sorry for myself. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You know? And then I got to, like, get myself out of it. You know? Oh, mediate. Mediate, not meditate. But yeah, like it's you, but I do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep to myself and I go through it, and then I'm like, let's go. Let's do this. I'm back. Let's go. You know, like, I have to be like that. My life literally fucking depends on it. You know what I mean? So I can't, I just can't relate to that. All right. So Aiden texted him. And yeah, man, I'm happy to have him on. And here, tell you what, Aiden, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a link to send to him. I do need ibuprofen though. Monty's in the chat, y'all. What do you say though? I just saw his name. I didn't read his comment. Mental health is important as fuck. I'm here for you, dude. Yeah, man, of course. No, and I appreciate that, man. And I'm not so stubborn to where like I won't reach out for help. You know, like Cherry is a godsend. Like I could call her anytime, and I'm comfortable with her, and you know, she's a godsend. If it gets to the point where I need somebody, you know. Tarot Queen Bow, thank you, Will. Been going through knee shit myself since February. Just had it repaired and recovering. It's annoying as fuck. God, it's so annoying. Like, and I'm scared now at this point that like I'm gonna have to get surgery. It sucks. But you know. And then when that time comes, I will. But I'll tell you what, though, I'm about a week from making a fucking 4-mile with a cane round trip walk to the gym. I'm about like a week tops from that because I'm losing my shit. Wise words from Mr. Media here. Guys, talking shit is part of the game as long as it doesn't cross any lines. You can't have a huge audience and expect people not to criticize you. Exactly. I mean, how many times you guys have been watching me for the past like month where I bring up this fucking John Barron bullshit and I say the exact same thing, almost verbatim. No, man, I don't need no goddamn Uber fund, bro. Can't even get Ubers out here anyway. And she didn't even go hard, bro. Like, that's fact. Like, she didn't even go hard on him. I went way harder. This whole 3 hours has been about him. But I told you it was going to be a petty stream. And so it is. Yeah, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to start a limousine fund. I'll just start donating for limousine rides. Dude, it's so crazy. This is the like it's so funny because it's one person after the other. You know, it's like the next person never learned from the last with this shit. I don't understand that. And yo, Grant invited me on his show with Wendy Murphy. Like, if that's Grant, I don't think that was Grant. I think that might have been his parody account. But does his parody account have 8,000 followers? But dude, I would love to get on that stream. I would fucking love it. I get to talk to Wendy Murphy? Oh, God. Jeez. It's giving me a lady boner. No, yeah. I don't hate LTL, man. I don't hate LTL. I don't hate him at all. I just don't respect how he conducts himself. The fact that I wouldn't even say that. If I didn't like him, I would just say I don't fucking like the guy. You know what I mean? Like, No, I ain't paying him shit. You can kiss my ass. And I'm not even upset that he blocked me. I'm just, it's the action that merits discussion. The mass blocking of people is an action that merits discussion. Dude, he blocked me. He blocked Nurse Kim. He blocked Auntie Deb. Blocked a bunch of people, dude. Yeah, that's why we're here, Olivia. Do a poll how many of us are blocked, right? Yeah, no, you're good. I'm honestly just waiting to hear if there's an answer back from Brian, because I'm not going to sit up here and talk about somebody in this community without giving them the chance to defend themselves or have a conversation. It's absolutely and totally welcome here. Dude, I point out facts, okay? And I stated my opinion, and you're free to form yours. But I stated facts. I'm stating why I personally have a lack of respect for the way this dude has conducted himself. And honestly, and I have a right. I have a fucking right. I never did shit to this guy. I never did shit to this guy except say nice things about him. Until I found out that this dude was blasting everybody and bothering everybody with trying to turn them on me. Like, that's, I mean, I'm not interested in how you feel about that. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do, bro? I'm going to let you guys, this is a perfect time to give you guys a chance to air your grievances with me verbally. Phone lines are open. This is a perfect opportunity. As a matter of fact, let me grab me an energy drink real quick. All right. Phone lines are open. I got 2.2 thousand people watching just on YouTube. So Let me see what Aiden's saying here. Brian could make a big name for himself by outing whoever was the instructor, whoever oversaw Enrique's boxing match. That requires work. That's what the people want. Exactly. Don't expect Turtle Boy recognition if you're not willing to do Turtle Boy work. Oh, wait. My fault. This is my fault. Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Why am I not hearing this? Why am I not hearing the ringing? I can't hear the ringing. And I got to it too late. People were trying to call.
Call from
Pennsylvania Dave.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Will, it's Pennsylvania Dave, buddy.
Pennsylvania Dave. What's up, homie?
It's been a little while.
Yeah. How you
What's
been?
going on? I'm all right. How you doing?
Doing well. Doing well.
How's your knee?
It's getting there. Thanks for asking, man.
Is it getting better?
Yeah, there's definitely improvement for sure. It's just taking a long time because, like I'm supposed to keep it elevated and stay off of it, but I got to get around. What am I going to do?
Yeah, that's virtually impossible.
Yeah, it's just taking a little longer. What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Nothing much. I was watching this show about Brian LTL. I don't know what he actually said, but I mean, I was never a huge fan of him anyway. But
no, man.
He
basically
always has the same two people on his show: the State Trooper and Nan Gallagher. That's it. That's all he's ever got.
All that happened was Jess Machado went live and spent maybe 10 minutes talking about her experience with Brian LTL and working with him, and then he fucking had a fit when people made their express their opinions about it. And it was never, and none of it was nasty, like none of it was nasty.
And you know what? I believe that. I don't know why he's getting so bunged up.
That's why we're here to talk about why the fuck is Brian LTL so bunched up? Maybe
I don't get why he's all bunged up. Man.
Maybe we can fix it. Maybe we can work on it. I'm willing to work on it with him. Like I like the guy.
Well, I would be too. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Turtle Boy's right, though. I mean, stuff Turtle Boy's been posted in the chat. He's definitely right. He should come on and air out the dirty laundry if he's got any.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like I got to hear this shit for a year and a half from random fucking people and DMs and emails. Come on.
He needs to grow a pair of balls, that guy.
Right.
That's just the way I see it. If he's got a problem, talk it out. I mean, it's not like you're meeting him halfway between here and Massachusetts to fist fight the fucking guy.
No.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm not. Yeah. Like, I'm not even angry.
Talk it out, man.
I'm not even angry with the guy, but I've earned the right to express how I feel about how he conducts himself. If he's going to,
your opinion.
If my name is always in his mouth and I'm fucking renting fucking space in his head, then why the fuck can't he just talk to me about it? And why the fuck can't I express how I feel about it?
That fucking junior high block and shit. Isn't that a pain in the ass?
So gay.
What it is? Junior high block and shit.
So gay.
Oh my God. Block Nurse Kim too?
Yeah, Nurse Kim, Auntie Deb. Thank you, Street Squirrel. What's up, Street Squirrel? How's your eye, buddy? He only cared about his stupid billboard, not finding out the real answers. That's 100% true. And that's a local. This is a guy. That's
crazy.
This is a boots on the ground.
What did Nurse Kim ever do to him?
Nothing.
Exactly.
But he did ask her to fucking drive 2 hours to fucking go to his fucking studio. That's another fucking thing. Did he not take into consideration how fucking inconvenient that is? Making people fucking
Yeah.
drive out there for what? You know, I hope he's compensating everybody with money and not just Jess. You know,
I don't know. Why did he
like,
offer? Why did he offer
shoot-
to pay Jess to come on the show?
shoot somebody some gas, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you, brother. I hear that. That's a long ride. That's 4-hour round trip.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Lisa's behind. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I mean, it's just silly that yeah, and it's just like, man, you know, you got all this stuff. You got this studio. I hate to see it go to waste. So let's get you some more views, bro. Let's get you to a place where people like you. Let's do that.
I don't know if that could. I don't know if you could get them there.
It's up to him.
Yeah, well, it's up to him. They have to like him himself. You know what I mean? You can't force people to like somebody. It's not going to happen.
Well, that's the thing, Linda. I like Brian, as I've been saying 1,000 times, but I don't like you because you don't listen. You're annoying and you're nobody. You're just fucking some asshole in my fucking chat with an opinion who fucking isn't listening. So you mean nothing to me.
Well, we love you, Will.
I love you too, Pennsylvania Dave.
Hey, Will, have a good day.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
All right. Good luck. See you later, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Call from
Special.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
This is specially appointed prosecutor Robert Costco.
I was so hoping you'd get through. What's up, specially assigned prosecutor Robert Cosgrove? How we doing today, buddy?
Well, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on your YouTube presentation.
Well, you're always welcome here, Bob. You know that.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on old Brian LTL and everything we've been talking about? What do you think?
Well, honestly, I think he's somewhat of a bitch, but
Jesus, man. So, but like, what in the Robert Cosgrove world,
I'm a straight
shooter.
I'm a straight shooter, Will.
In the Robert Cosgrove world, what makes him a bitch? Like under Robert Cosgrove standards, sir?
Well, I don't like faking, feigned indignation or crying for no reason.
But don't you support Kate Peter and Lindsay Catani?
Yeah, I hate those bitches too.
What do you mean you hate them? You can't say that shit, man. Like you're depending on them for your case against Dr. Turtleboy, against Mr. Media himself.
Well, this is just between you and me. Nobody else is listening to this, Will, so I could tell you.
No, you're live, dude. I told you were Bob. Did you take your medication?
No, but I'll be expecting my appearance fee in the mail.
Okay.
You can send that to specially assigned prosecutor Robert Cosgrove at Norfolk County, Dedham, Massachusetts.
I mean, so you said you hate Kate Peter and Lindsay Catani too, those bitches? Why?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Why? Like this is really bad for you to say this on the air. You know that, right?
Well, I have to play the part. I am a triple dip.
You're a triple dip. What does that mean that you're a triple dip? Please explain.
Well, that's the name Howie Carr gave to me for triple dip, and I was a judge. Now I'm a specially assigned prosecutor and also a lawyer.
Okay, right. All right, I got it.
And now you can call that quadruple dipping because I want my appearance fee.
No, it's okay for you to talk about this case, right? On a live
Well,
stream.
Just between you and me, there's nobody else listening.
No, there's not another 2,002 people just on YouTube watching. And
Well, how does the YouTube presentation work?
a YouTube presentation. Well, I'm really glad you asked, Bob. A YouTube presentation comes through on a wire. Okay, they got these big poles set up, and they go all across the country. And what I do is I tap everything that I'm saying in Morse code, and then it generates a visual, and then it goes through the wire, and then it ends up on people's radios that light up.
Like a telegraph.
Right. Yeah, Bob, you got it. Okay.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
And I also have a statement to make.
Okay, please.
I'm trying to pass a bill in the State House to make it unlawful to make T-Rex arms on a public way unlawful.
And how are you going about this, sir?
Well, I'm just going to play the video.
But okay, so you're saying, but you're trying to make, so you're just going to play the video, and then they're going to change the law and make it unlawful to talk to a window and simulate T-Rex arms.
Just for T-Rex arms only.
Just for T-Rex arms. Okay. And what's
That's
did you were you attacked by a dinosaur in your early years, Bob?
Well, it's insulting to dinosaurs, really.
It's insulting to dinosaurs. Did you have a pet dinosaur as a kid?
Well, I don't think that's any of your business.
It's everyone's business, Bob.
Okay, I had a T-Rex that was made out of clay when I was a child.
But you didn't have like a real T-Rex when you grew up in a cave hiding from the sun?
Well, I'm not that old, Glera.
I think you are.
Late 1800s.
I beg to
Not
differ,
quite-
Bob. I think you are.
Paleolithic times is not the 1800s, but whatever you want to believe.
What about the missus? How's things going with the missus? Is things spicing up in the bedroom like we talked about?
So she's in her chair right now, staring at me.
Okay, all right.
She doesn't like when I make these calls, but you know.
Yeah, she'd rather you be making whoopee.
Yeah, giving her the old hucklebuck, like I told you the other day.
The old hucklebuck. All right, Bob, I'm going to give another person a chance to call, but thanks for calling in, buddy. We love you here, buddy.
Thanks for having me on your YouTube presentation.
You're always welcome on my YouTube presentation, Bob. Thank you so much, buddy.
Have a good night, Will Glera.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, my God.
Call from
Kimberly.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, Kimberly.
Oh, okay, we're live.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hi. Yeah, I just want to say.
You caught me at
watched
the office,
Death-
Kimberly.
Oh. What?
You caught me at the office.
Well, you have the number on your live.
What? I do?
Are you okay? Are you really? Are
Can
you
you-
mocking me or what?
Can you stop attacking me, please?
Okay, no problem. I will not. I'm sorry. Look, I watched Jess from the beginning
Okay.
of her inception, and I kind of agree with her that it's like if I was working with somebody, if I can't voice my grievances and somebody's butt hurt, then you know what? That's his problem, not mine. At
That's
the
exactly right.
same- What?
That's exactly right.
Is this Will?
Stop interrupting me.
Oh. Yeah. Well, you got a French woman, so I'll tell you one thing. Callis a tabarnak. See, I'm going to interrupt you. After that, once you were saying about Brian, look, Brian has his own people that love to watch him. I like a man that's a little more aggressive, that really speaks his mind.
Ooh.
Brian, I'm sorry. He's kind of going to be like, you got to change his diapers every once in a while. So
Wow.
I kind of have a little, it's cringy. I think I've watched him twice.
So you're saying that Brian doesn't exactly rev your engine.
No. Maybe during the morning when I have my coffee. At nighttime, no. I like.
You hear that, Brian?
I
Morning
like
streams. Morning streams. You
I
get the
like-
ladies going.
I like Fridge Daddy.
Fridge Daddy. Okay.
TV.
Yeah.
Turtle
Mr. Media.
Boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's up your speed there. That's your kind of man.
Well, he speaks his mind. It's like every woman does. And if he can't stay,
You know he's a man,
woman
right?
And he starts crying, then.
Oh man.
Obviously, I don't have you on live, but
Yeah, I'm getting phone calls because today is a day that I get phone calls. But sorry about that. Yeah,
am
no,
I live or am I not?
No, we're just hanging out and talking because I just give my phone number out and it's a hotline. That's what we're doing. You know, instead of 976, it's 865. So.
Oh, I so apologize. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I apologize.
Yeah, you should be.
Oh, probably because I'm really, probably because I'm near Shefferville in Quebec. So it's like, yeah, obviously, I can't see time difference. But
So
anyway,
you're
I apologize.
Canadian?
Yeah,
Oh, get out of town. I don't believe you.
yeah, I'm Canadian. Lived in the Outer Banks for 30 years, but yeah, I was born and
30
raised
years?
in way up in Newfoundland. So yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome. Well, thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Well, I apologize. You have your number up, and we're watching you, so I apologize. You're mocking me, probably.
No, I would never do that.
Yeah. Anyway, Brian needs to either put big boy pants on or find a woman. I'm assuming, maybe I'm assuming wrong, but yeah. And besides
So do you think
I
that
love
it's
my
trouble?
Melanie. I love my cupcakes. I love my Melanie. Don't start, not you, chat saying something going on with Nan or something. It's not nothing. And Nurse Kim, you're gorgeous, and of course everybody's jealous of you. And of course you're just gorgeous, a sweetheart, and I clutch my pearls every time.
Clutch your pearls.
I mean, not like
I've never heard a Canadian accent with a southern twang before. It's very interesting.
Well, je peux parler bien en français. I can do that.
The what?
But I do have, pardon? Pardon?
Hold on.
Yeah,
I
I
have to
can.
return it to.
I can speak Canadian with a drawl because I was 30 years in North Carolina, Florida, and Nashville. So I used to be with a group called Bill Haley's and the Comets. My husband was.
Wow. So you're about as old
Yeah.
as Cosgrove then.
No, I'm
No?
57.
You're 57
No,
and how old's your husband?
Yeah.
He was in Bill Haley and the Comets?
Yeah,
But,
he was
like,
he was
is it
60. He passed away at 69. That was
Bill Haley in the
7
comment?
years ago.
Fucking, what's that song? The fucking
We're gonna rock
yakety yak,
rock around the clock. Yeah.
rock around the clock, yakety yak.
Yep.
Right? Wow.
Met him in Newfoundland, did Bob Seger, a whole bunch of good bands, and yep. And when you were saying how, yeah, we used to just DJ for free to get buy the bands and make our name. So yeah. So got some good guitars out of it that I could sell, but I wouldn't. But yeah.
Well, all
So-
right. Well, we're rocking around the clock right now, so I'm going to take the next call. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome, and we'll keep doing what you do. And you know what? It's gonna always be drama when you walk out your house, when you talk to somebody. It doesn't matter. They're always gonna talk about you, either behind your back or to your face. I'd
That's
rather
right.
somebody talk to my face
Exactly.
than behind my back, because I'll
Exactly.
appreciate you even freaking more.
Exactly.
It's like, we'll get this out. It's like a sister and a brother, or a sister and a sister. It's like, let's get it out, and let's not like I'll be friends with you, but I'll appreciate you for saying what you said. So,
Right. I agree.
anyways,
I agree
love you,
100%,
and
actually.
what?
I agree 100%. But yeah, thank you so much for calling.
Yes. Well, you have a wonderful evening, and goodbye, chats. Bye, cupcakes. I love you, cupcakes.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. That long goodbye lost me that last.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Oh my God, I didn't think that was ever possible. Lovely lady.
Lovely
How
lady.
you doing, Will?
I'm doing well.
That was a
How are
lovely
you?
lady. Well, I just want to say, why are we not talking about the shoe? Because I block anybody who doesn't want to talk about the shoe.
The shoe.
You didn't
Of
ask
course.
Cosgrove. Your shoes, John O'Keefe's shoes. Have we
Listen,
forgotten about the shoes?
I still have a trick up my sleeve for
Ooh,
the
I
shoe.
like that.
But
Really?
no promises yet. But I still have possibilities.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. 'Cause
Oh,
I really
you
wanted to know
mother
Cosgrove.
fuck.
I want to know what Cosgrove thought about the shoe. I mean, that was an important question.
Cocksucker.
Cosgrove probably thinks you're talking about his shoes.
No. Just had to correct something. Fuck, it's too late. You motherfucking bastard.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and here's attorney Melanie Little too fucking outing me. Yes.
Uh-oh. You gotta go? I'll let you go. You look like you got something going on. I'll let you go. Handle Melanie. We love Melanie.
No, you're good. You're good.
You sure? Everything okay?
Okay, fuck. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
is this your birthday?
God
Is this
damn
your
it.
birthday? Happy birthday! Yay, I'm on the phone.
Oh,
When you say, happy birthday. We love you. I know I don't like my birthday either, but it's all about the love, Will. Take it, accept
know.
it. We love you. You're awesome.
yeah.
And you look good. No
I'm
matter
a-
what age. You're looking good, my friend. You're looking good.
Oh, thanks. I'm a half a century old
All right.
today.
Oh my God. Well, I'm a couple years older, so there you go. Don't feel bad. But congratulations. Happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day.
All right.
And
Thank you.
it's okay. It's all right. I'll let you go, though. You have a nice one. Happy birthday, my friend. Take care. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
I hope that Aiden gets a rash for that. No, I do appreciate the birthday. I really do appreciate the birthday, which is I'm just not the guy that advertises it. I'm sitting there, I'm on the phone with Aiden earlier, and thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships, Jody. I appreciate it. And yes, appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm on the phone with Aiden, and then he's going through Twitter, and he's like, "Is today your birthday?" And I was like, "How the fuck did you know about that?" And he's like, "Well, I'm on Twitter, and a bunch of fucking balloons just." I was like, "Fucking Twitter, god damn it, I didn't fucking take it off of Twitter." And Melanie, yeah, does Melanie? I swear Melanie had a wrench on this channel. I can't find it now. I can't find her. How the fuck did that happen? That's one of those accidents, but I don't know. I'll worry about it later. But yeah, Melanie had a wrench on here, and I don't want to know what fucking happened. It's a privilege to age well. Happy birthday. It is. It is. No, like it's listen, it's not about aging for me, dude. I mean, come on. Like, I act like I'm fucking 12, dude. Like, I don't give a shit about that. Happy birthday, Will. We love you so much. I hope you had an amazing birthday. Well, I got to spend it with you guys, you know, so I'm happy. Yeah, like I just don't make a big deal out of my birthday ever. I've never been a birthday guy. At least not nowhere as an adult was I ever a birthday guy. And thank you, Sherry DV. Thank you so much. And I was never a birthday guy. And I've talked about this before. I've talked about why, like, what put me off to birthdays. Mostly, like, first of all, I think it's a stupid fucking tradition. Like, everybody was fucking born. Like, I'm not special because I was fucking born, bro. Like, everybody was fucking born. Like, who cares? It's another fucking day. God, man, you guys, and that's another reason, because you guys are like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I don't want to get super chats for my birthday. But thank you guys. But my whole thing was like, as a kid, like, birthday parties, I hated birthday parties. Congratulations on not dying. Yes. Don't be so so, like, dude, when I was a kid, like, I've talked about this before. Like, there's birthday parties, the weird fucking traditions. I'm weird when it comes to traditions, man. Like, you go as a kid, I was like the only kid who was grossed out by this. And it was a weird thing. Thank you, Just South of History, and thank you, Norman. Appreciate it. Like, first of all, the happy birthday song is like cringe. I hate that song so much. It's just, and it's never really sang with enthusiasm, like, ever. It's just happy birthday to you. It's almost miserable. The person has to stand there and just, you know, okay, yeah. And then my favorite part is when you've got some fucking 10-year-old kid with snot running down his fucking face, and he's fucking over 10 candles sticking out of a fucking cake that everybody's supposed to fucking eat, and he goes and spits his fucking saliva knot all over the fucking cake just to blow out these candles. Some stupid fucking tradition. And then I'm the asshole if I refuse cake, right? I'm the bad guy. If I go, no, I'm good. They go, what? Like, dude. And then, you know, if my parents are there, fucking, you know, my mom's there, they paid good money for this cake, like, and you're not going to eat any. Like, we're at a birthday party, and they're just fucking crying. I'm eating fucking snot and spit. And nobody else seems to mind. It's bizarre. It's bizarre as fuck. Don't make me out to be the weirdo, because I don't want to eat cake with fucking kitty snot and spit all over it, dude. You know what I mean? Don't make me out to be weird. Okay? It's just to me, it's a weird thing to celebrate. I don't know why. Maybe I'm weird. Okay, it's fine. But that's why. That's you know, I don't fucking piñatas and shit. Stop it. Such a grumpy Gus. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. Because Brian never showed. I stayed live for an extra 40 minutes almost, and it just didn't happen. So I'm gonna wrap this up. And I might have a drink tonight. Roses are red, violets are blue. Weed is dope, and so are you. Oh, thank you. Be better. That was sweet. Happy birthday, Will. Love you. Okay, I'm cutting this off for y'all. Done. I'm done. Guys, you're awesome. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I really do appreciate it. And thank you guys for hitting the like. Make sure to hit the like. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. And if you're already subscribed, I hope you're enjoying the channel. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. You're blocked again. I love parody accounts, dude. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for all the support. And thanks, Brian, for being such a good sport, bro. Really, yeah, you really showed up, buddy. It was great. Awesome. Good job, buddy. We love you. Guys, I love you very much. We will do this again very soon, my friend.